Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I know that I have been so horrible with actually updating you guys on when I'm going to stream, what time. And I continue to say this every stream, so my apologies. I'll do better. I promise. But with that being said, we're here. We're ready to do what we're ready to do. Yeah, I'm hyped. I mean, we're sitting pretty high on the counter over here. So a big part of me wants to think we're gonna do well today, but I don't know why I would say that and jinx it, because I always seem to. Sorry, I didn't realize I could mess with the camera settings through the video broadcast. There we go. That's a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, well. Raiden, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's just make sure. 2632. Working. I just realized I've been talking without the mic down here. Wow, that is embarrassing. My apologies. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hope you're doing well. Oops. But yeah, we're here. We're back, ready to. I don't know how much the mic picked up from up there, so I'm just gonna repeat myself anyway. Yeah, we're ready to get to her, ready to continue on with the hunt, and hopefully get something today. I mean, we're sitting pretty damn high on the encounter list now, so I'm wishful. I'm hoping for something. It sounds better? Awesome. Thanks, Braden. I appreciate that. I was in such a rush getting off work today, running home, trying to get everything set up. Had to change the bitrate, change the fucking, like the power source for all of my multi-viewers and stuff. So, yeah, it took a little while, but that's done. Hopefully that won't be an issue anymore. We should see no more flickering on the screen whatsoever. If it happens, then... well, I did something wrong, but here's to wishful thinking. KJ, hey, hope you're doing fantastic today. I'm doing pretty well. What's going on with you? And I'm hoping so. A couple. That's bullish. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty surprised because I went on my YouTube channel today after work. Well, I check it every morning, and then I check it sometimes during the day, sometimes at night, but I kind of just check it whenever. So with that being said, I went and I clicked in today, and the stream we did yesterday, this morning, I guess, when I opened it up, it had 70 views. And somehow, since the time that is elapsed from the start of my work shift till the end of my work shift, we're sitting, just let me double check here. We're sitting at like 150 views. So somehow we doubled up even without being live, and 2 more people subscribed. So that's awesome. That actually, I'm not gonna lie, that made me super happy to see. But I'm sure you guys have heard enough of my rambling. I just want to take a second here and check my recording here. I have oh yeah, that looks way better. I've adjusted the bitrate, and I think I said this at the start, but I don't know how much I actually said. I adjusted the bitrate for the stream, which, if you don't know, essentially changes how much data is output from the stream and how often it's updated. So when you see what you're watching from your side of things, it can tend to be different from what I see in OBS, because I have the raw recording before it's processed, which actually looks fantastic to me, right? Because it's, well, it's the raw video. There's no streaming in between. It just looks great. However, from your guys' side, if the bitrate's really low, then it's gonna look like trash. So with that being said, it was sitting at like 1600 for some reason. I turned it up to 14,000. So that should be good enough. I know Twitch allows a maximum of, I want to say it's 6,000. So I basically doubled the maximum bitrate Twitch allowed without a partnership. So that's actually a noticeable difference. Okay, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. If I might ask, what do you notice that's different? Is it the camera? Is it everything? Because the issue for me was the camera. I was pretty pissed off at looking at that and seeing like fuzziness and whatnot. It was really sad, honestly, especially when I put so much work into getting everything ready and set up clean. But at the end of the day, this is a learning experience. I'm here to have fun and hang out with you guys. So yeah, I'm happy that, you know, it was annoying that I had to figure some stuff out and get it fixed, but I'm streaming no matter what. I'm always trying to make stuff better than it was the day before, so you know, with that being said, I think I've rambled way too much, and you guys have probably heard enough of that, so we're going to get straight into it. We're going to refresh the cache on the timer. Okay, awesome. So we're right at where we were before, or where we should be rather. Throw that projector view up. I saw you message there, Jack of Spades. I'm gonna respond in just a sec. Just setting my layout on the screen here, and we'll be giving her. Heck yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. That's awesome. It's honestly everything. It's like going from 480p to 1080p. Much more clear, and the colors are better. Perfect. I might see about increasing the bitrate more, honestly, just because I can. But I'm gonna see, because I didn't just change the bitrate. I also changed. It was something to do with the encoding. It's like slower equals higher quality, so I turned it down, and that should have helped as well. But nevertheless, that doesn't matter. We're here, and it looks good. So hopefully you have unlimited Wi-Fi. I do, yes, I have unlimited Wi-Fi. And it's pretty quick too. It's like, I want to say it's like 120 megabits per second up and down. So I'm not angry at it. But yeah, let's get into it. I already started the timer here. I've been wasting time, so let's get to what you guys all came here for. So there's nothing new, as per from the end of the last hunt to now. I've changed nothing. This is what it is. That's a really stupid thing to say, but it is what it is. Yeah, isn't everything? I think everything is, but there we go. So we got our trusty controller mod here. Yours truly, the elastic band. I'm gonna turn on my ring light, because honestly I don't even have it on, and I'd like to see if that makes stuff look better. So okay. It's embarrassing that I've done like 40 streams and my bitrate was all that low. Like, that is it's hella embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, I'm here just to have fun. I'm glad I was able to fix it, and I'm glad you guys are seeing that it looks better to you. I'm getting my Gen 3 fix, watching this stream and trying to get the gold Battle Frontier symbol in Emerald. Oh, that's awesome. That's gonna be a fun time. I wish you luck, and I hope you get that done. With that being said, I don't really know what all goes into that, so if you'd like to enlighten me on kind of like the process that you're going through right now, that'd be wicked. So, first encounter of the day, we got nothing. Can't be as lucky as that one stream we had that one time. Gotta love when a guy's just not specific at all. You brave soul. I was gonna say, how am I brave? But you're talking to Braden. That makes more sense. I was gonna say, I'm just playing Pokemon, man. Nothing brave about me. Battle Dome and Bower... Oh, Bower. Battle Tower and Battle Dome is the best. Don't at me. I'm not gonna at you because honestly, I haven't tried... This is disappointing, but as a child, I was never huge on post-game. I don't know why. I played the game, I beat it, and then I'd kind of just quit and restart a game, go from there. I never explored the full extent of what was offered on the games, so I'm excited to do that now, though. It gives me kind of a fresh perspective now that I haven't played, you know, like through the Battle Factory or before, or any of that stuff. It's nice to be able to go in as a 24-year-old and be like, hey, this is new, this is awesome, I like this. So yeah, I'm gonna do that at some point once we get to, I mean, we've got so much content to make on the channel between all the games I have, all of the ideas I've got. It's really going to be endless what we can put out. So at some point, eventually, we're going to get into that, into the Emerald Battle Factory stuff, and yeah, I'll be hyped to do it once we get there. It's gonna be awesome. Dog, the factory is kicking my ass. I love the dome. The tournament style is elite. So between the, and like I said, I know this is going to sound silly because this is coming from a perspective that doesn't have any insight on the information. But between like the Battle Factory and the Battle Dome, what differences do you have? I know you said the play style, but like, how does that affected? What are the playstyle differences? I guess, you know, I feel rude because I could just look this stuff up on my own time, but I'd like to know from your perspective. Battle Factory is tough. I've seen oh, I forget his name. It's like YXQC or something. I think that's right, but I could be wrong. He does Battle Factory streams quite a bit, and what I have seen is, at least I think they're Battle Factory. From what I've seen, it is insane how much thought and how much pre-planning goes into that. Like, I commend him because, don't get me wrong, I clearly I'll kind of push to do whatever I can to do well in my passion and to enjoy what I'm doing, but that's a lot of research. That's a lot of, like, just the little itty-bitty details that he has to go into just to make that work. I don't know, it's just crazy. It's commendable. The Battle Factory is tough because you have to rent random Pokemon. Yeah, so that is what he's been going through, because he'll finish one and then he'll like go to this table, I think it is, if I recall correctly, and then they just give you 2 randoms. I've seen ones where they get like freaking Deoxys and yeah, that's what it was. It was no, was it Deoxys? It was Suicune and another legendary. It's funny just how they randomize those. And I saw one too where it was 2 like hyper, I don't want to say hyper because I guess that doesn't make sense, but like it was 2 legendaries, and it described the team, because I guess it tells you a breakdown of what it is. It basically said it was like moderately weak. I was like, 2 of the Pokemon are legendaries, dude. That makes no sense. Battle Dome is fun because you bring your team and fight in the tournament bracket style. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I do like that, because then you can take like shiny Pokemon and all your EV trained and your Pokemon to play your good IVs and kick ass. But I imagine with that being said, it's probably a lot easier, hey? Than the well, like you said, than the Battle Factory, because you don't know what you have, you don't know their moves, it's kind of just all whatever they give to you. Now you guys got me itching to play through Emerald so I can do that, but I've got two copies of Emerald actually finished. I have to finish my other English copy. But I'm gonna do that on stream. That's gonna be a playthrough. That'll probably be a DTQ. But I guess that's tough because a DTQ is, I mean, in a game that has bad, broken RNG, I don't know if I really see the point in it, especially on a single console, so I don't know, maybe I'll just do like a Nuzlocke. That would make the most sense. Just do a Nuzlocke. Oh, I just realized my guitar, or my Rock Band drums are twisted in the background there. Sitting all weird. I was tucked behind my cabinet fixing all my wires so we didn't have any flickering issues, because I was running off... Ugh, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I was running off like 3 separate surge protectors just to have enough plugs. So I finally bought one that has like a $250,000 warranty and had enough plugs. But I had to push a lot of shit out of the way for that. He'd be the best to watch. He explains everything better than I could, plus he has visuals. Yeah, I'll have to watch him after stream here. I would say that I'll throw him on right now and take a listen, but the unfortunate reality of it is I already have so much going on the screen. I just don't have the attention span to pay attention to chat, a video, and this at once. If it was one game, sure. Oh my god, I just shit my pants. I saw the color of a Pidgey and I thought it was a shiny Rattata. That's funny. I always forget. I have to take out my, Gotta take out my tongue piercing. It makes me lisp. And I didn't realize it until I started streaming. But, and I don't even know if you can hear the difference through the stream, but it most definitely makes me lisp. Which is kinda... I don't know, it's just annoying, especially when I try to talk quickly, and I just can't get a sentence out without feeling like I'm just not speaking properly. I don't know. I'm quirky like that. I'm just so quirky and weird. So, you know, I didn't even throw a... Yeah, why didn't I do that? Give me 30 seconds here. I don't know why I didn't throw a poll on here. Sorry, I'm just gonna move the mic here. Alright, so we'll go 15,500. Sorry for the lack of attention being paid here. Just another 30 seconds and I'll be fully back to the screen. I was gonna say the screen, but the screens, I guess. Okay, my apologies. I just wanted to get that typed out. I should probably honestly, holy shit, the latency is really good on this. I should probably have this preloaded so that I don't have to type it out every time, but it's quick. There's a lot of stuff I've got to do. Like I have to go in and modify my, like I have a intermission screen and I have it's like a pre-stream screen, but I don't like how either of them look, and they have music that was supposed to be copyright free on them, but it's not. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna get all that fixed up, and then once I have all that fixed up, I'll kind of start optimizing the little things like that. Such as they should be. You know, one thing I never even thought of, I guess it's not really a holiday that everybody celebrates, but it is Valentine's Day, so to all you single and taken people out there, happy Valentine's Day. If you're single, hopefully you're happy where you are and you're content, because you should be, loving yourself. And if you're not, well, I hope you have some plans with the old significant other and you can make a day out of today and make some memories. That being said, do any of you guys have plans for today? And I guess it looks bad, being that I have a girlfriend and I'm streaming Pokemon today. But, she's busy until like 8:30 today, so here I am, streaming. Kind of get the best of both worlds, so I'm not too pissed about it. The gym is going to be so empty tonight. I'm excited. Heck yeah, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice. Don't have to wait for all the machines and... oh, blanked out there. Don't know what I was gonna say. But that's nice. You don't gotta wait for the machines, and you don't gotta constantly be wiping shit down, because odds are, well, I guess people should be wiping down their own stuff, but when you get a gym full of people and there's a couple lazy few, then sometimes you end up having to do that yourself, and that's just gross. So have fun with that. Take advantage of that. We both work. Well, that sucks, eh? Don't you because you're only working for like another hour, aren't you, Jack of Spades? Because you're at work right now, if I'm correct. But I take it she probably works a little bit later. Yes, sir. She'll be working until 11-ish. Holy shoot. What does she do? You know, I don't think I ever asked that. Oh, girlfriend just texted me. Can you double check that we have curry powder? Ah, shit. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to do that real quick. I'm just gonna do that now. So if y'all want to hold down fort real quick, I forgot we're making a dinner that involves it. It's like a salmon curry we're making for supper, but yeah, gotta make sure we have that, otherwise I gotta run out later and grab that. Yeah, just give me a minute here and I will be right back. Well, hopefully I didn't miss anything. Got it. So, I have curry powder. And an apple. And we're sitting on the same kind of apple today. Rocking a Royal Gala apple. I'm always rocking an apple and a tea. every day. Apple and a tea, apple and a tea. I've actually drank tea like every day for the past, oh, screw me, like a month now? Going hard, I guess. Bro, F this frontier. You know, that's fair. With that being said, what are you struggling with in it? Is it just generally a pain in the ass, or is there, I guess, specifically speaking, because you have oh shit. Because you've got a random party. You, sorry, I had my controller off, I had to reset it. I guess you kinda, it could be any issue you're dealing with, really. Just got guillotined first turn. Oh. What a pain in the ass. That really sucks, I'm sorry. Where are you at in the frontier right now? I'm not gonna lie though, you might need to give some supporting information because I don't really recall how that even works. How high you can get where you start, how that's sanctioned, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Double guillotined. GG, damn. Rip. Sorry about that. That's unfortunate. It's 50 wins in a row for gold. It's 50 wins in a row for gold on the tower, or 25. Or 25 will... Like, that's the... I don't understand how the 25 fits into that. Is it 50 wins? Oh, you're asking a question. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. I think I might be... I shouldn't self-diagnose. I feel like I might be dyslexic sometimes because I do that a lot, but I don't. I don't think I am dyslexic. I think I just don't pay enough attention to things sometimes. I'm in the 3rd round of the Battle Factory. 25 wins in a row. I take it you just double-checked that. $25. That doesn't sound so bad, but then you get thrown into that situation, and it's probably a whole new ball game. Why the odd numbers? That's for a lack of better words. Wow, that's peculiar. 21 and 42? Why not 20 and 40? What an odd choice. What an odd choice. Okay, I couldn't remember how many it was. That's so hard. You literally... That's gotta be such a pain in the ass. It's divided by 7. Why is it divided by 7? What is the significance of that? I'm sorry if I'm just like whooshing right now. I'm just very unfamiliar. Just wanted to pop a quick reminder, not to be annoying, but if you're tuned in and you haven't liked the stream already, very appreciated if you do. Helps out the algorithm, helps out this guy right here. If not, that's cool, but hey, it's very appreciated. Nevertheless, I'm happy you guys are here, and I hope you're doing fantastic today. We're getting a crazy number of Weedles and Caterpies. No way. Well, now I gotta know what's going on. You won! Oh, hell yeah, that is awesome! Congratulations! He clutched after the double guillotine. He's gonna go down in the record book for that one. That's awesome. So, you're in the 3rd, that was the 3rd round, so you're on to 4. Out of 42? What? Goodness McGracious. That I just thought of a really, really stupid. I was gonna go, goodness gracious, that ass is bodacious. I don't. I just, like I say to everybody, I just say shit. It comes out of my mouth, and I don't really have much of a regard for what does come out of my mouth as long as it's relatively appropriate. That is a wild W, yeah, I couldn't agree more. That's that's luck. RNG is fantastic. You know, it's funny, you can see the standing juxtaposition here, because you have RNG on my side, which is kicking my fucking ass right now. And then there's RNG on your side, which is helping out a hell of a lot. But I can't even complain, because we had literally so many like nice short shiny hunts that I should not bitch about before this. It's just it's something to get used to, you know? It's just something I gotta get used to. To get gold, you have to win 42 in a row. For silver, once you win 7, you move on to the next round. Okay, so there's... Let me see if I understand this. To get gold, you have to win 42 in a row. 21 for silver. Once you win 7... Okay, so... I got you. So... 7 times... What is it? 7 times 7 equals 49. Okay, so that's 6. You have to win 6 rounds in a row for gold, as long as you win every single round, or every single match within that round. That's right, 6 times 7, 7 times 7 is 49, minus 7, 42. Yeah, so you need to beat 6 rounds, but... Oh god, I'm getting shit. Yeah, you get what I mean. You understand, okay. That makes more sense. And it's 7 so that it's best of 7, right? I take it out of like a group of people per se? Or how is that determined? How does I don't know what words I'm trying to say. How does that correlate? If you lose, your SOL essentially gets sent back to the lobby. And is that... Oh, okay. So you just have to win no matter what. It's not like you can win fucking 41 and then your 43rd, like you 41, lose one, you hit your 43rd and you still get gold. It's not like that. You lose it all and you're out. That makes the most sense. That seems more Nintendo and Game Freak style. So if we were to, and I know you already kind of told me, Merrick, but I just fishing for info. I'm doing my research here. As far as the quality goes, I will respond to you to Sec Braden. Didn't realize you messaged there. As far as quality goes, like if you were to compare before, like last stream to now, what would you say the difference is, if you had some sort of benchmark you could use as a comparison? And as far as like the main picture versus the camera, I take it as it all looks better. I'll see on the replay, but if you win 41, you can lose 42 and nothing matters. Why is that? God, I feel so dense right now. I really do. I hope that's not for no reason. I would say like 30% better, like everything is a lot more clear. That's awesome. I can't imagine. That's gotta look pretty good then, because, and maybe it's just the screens I have, but like I have a Samsung Galaxy S20, what are they on now? S23 Ultra, I believe it is. I don't know. Camera looks like that. And looking at the, like at 100 hertz on that screen, I guess the hertz doesn't matter because I'm not filming this in 100 frames per second. It was looking really good before, but like I said, the camera was lacking for sure. Like I said, it's like going from 720p to 1440p. Awesome. And is there any sort of grain at all in the face, or is it like crystal clear? Because depending on the file size, once I'm done recording this, I might just jack the bitrate up even higher. Like, I jacked the bitrate to 14,000. I shit you not, it actually goes up to 51,000 on OBS. So I can raise it a ton. I can raise it a metric ton. I just don't know how much more we can benefit. I have the same phone, but I am not working in a hole today. Cool on having the same phone, but I don't get what you mean by the hole. I think you're good there. You might look a little too sharp, if that makes sense. You mean me right now, right? I take it you mean kind of like up here? Because if that's, oh, better service. I gotcha. Yeah, I haven't ran equipment like you do in that area, so wasn't too sure what you meant. But I got you now. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But yeah, I do notice, like, when I look up here on my hair specifically, it's sharp. But I think part of that is an illusion, because it's hard to tell. My hair is like 4 different colors. It's really bright in some spots, it's really dark in others. So that could be part of it. But no, what I messaged didn't make sense. You were right. I was trying to say that you have to go perfect 42-0. If you win 41 and you lose battle 42 for gold, you lose all your progress and you have to restart. That is a fucking pain in the ass. Well, you're a trooper. You're on round 3, you said, so that was what? Fight number 21 then? So you would have just went over silver? Or am I wrong? You look good. I'd keep it where you have it. Okay, awesome. I'll look over the stream archive, and I'll look at the recording after, and I'll see what I think. But at the end of the day, if you guys say it looks good and you wouldn't change anything, I'm gonna take your word and say that that's probably where we're gonna leave it then. One thing I didn't respond to you about, Merrick, the S23 Ultra. Do you like it? Has it been a good phone to you? I gotta say, I love mine. It's nice having the pen as a feature, and the camera's fantastic. So, I got no complaints, but I got a really good deal on it. Like, I trade in a phone, and then I get a whole bunch of trade back credit, and it's like a few $100, and I get a top of the line phone. So that's kind of how I got this one. I planned on just ending my contract and not getting a new phone, but I had an S20 Ultra before that, and the thing had a glass back, and I kept cracking it. So I decided, for what it was worth, I'd switch to a phone that wasn't gonna crack every time I blew on it or touched it. This is a lot better for that. I'm about midway through round 3. Okay, so you're like 18, 19, somewhere around there. You can't change that mug, so you might as well leave the stream settings as it is, because that's as good as you're gonna get. Okay, some of that I didn't quite understand. I'm gonna read that again and see if I can pull a new meaning out of that. You can't change that mug. Oh, my face? Is that what we're talking about? Can't change my face? So you might as well leave the stream settings as is, because that's as good as you're gonna get. Okay. Yeah, you know, there's one thing I did notice. People were saying that at a certain point, if you do shoot the bitrate up too high, you'll kind of... Yeah, but I... Mean, not can't. Yeah, but I mean... Oh, my dude. You're just a mess today. No, I joke. I'm the pot calling the kettle black there. I'm the walking, talking mess most of the time. But, yeah, no. I'll have to see. I might have to drop the bitrate a bit if that's the case. Just to make it... just to make it pick up a little bit better. But I think part of that could be because I stream through an NVIDIA broadcast. I'm thinking a big part of that could be, well, I guess I don't stream through NVIDIA broadcast. I stream through OBS, but my camera's picked up through NVIDIA broadcast. So, with that being said, I use that to blur the background. So that's why everything looks so clean and clear back there. But I think the active blur might make those edges a little sharp, especially because the color of my hair is really reflective, which is so annoying. 73k, by the way. Awesome. It's not as bad as my beard, which is funny because on camera when the light's coming from the top, it seems to be the opposite. My beard looks like more, I don't know. It looks flatter, I guess. But my hair is generally darker. That being said, it's kind of flip-flopped due to the lighting. But I'm rambling about shit that really doesn't matter, so. Phone is good, a little gimmicky, but the camera's great. I will say, yeah, the camera is fantastic. I have so many good shots of like the moon and different outdoor stuff, and a lot of nice night shots. But with that being said, I do want to know what you think is gimmicky. Because I wouldn't say there's anything about it that I've noticed is gimmicky, but maybe I just haven't maybe I haven't seen what you're talking about, you know? Oh, I forgot to let the girlfriend know we had curry powder. I love you too, sweetheart. And hey, I forgot to tell you, we do have the curry powder. I found it. So we're mint. Okay. Done with that there. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, the night shots are wicked. I know, it's insane how much it, like, scales it up. And after, I don't know, maybe that was not the word to use. It's just insane how it can take something so dark and take, like, basically nothing there. And the AI can turn it into something that's really usable and nice. Like, I took a picture of my house from the backside. Out in the middle of the night one of these weeks. I just went and I took a shot in pitch black, no flash, no nothing. And the photo quite literally looks like it was midday. I thought that was kind of funny. I find that all the different camera lenses really don't make that much of a difference. It's a gimmick in and of itself, but that's just me. And see, honestly, that's just something I'm not knowledgeable on. I don't know the functions of each one. I know it looks cool, and I know I damn near shit myself, because if we look at this top camera here, on the bottom of it, right where my finger is, see where there's those nicks? I don't know how, but I managed to drop it one time. I think I was at work, and don't know how it happened, but it just nicked the edge. That's a good dent. But the camera's fine, so I'm not gonna complain. With that being said, my S20, I got a crack through the center of the camera lens, and it was literally because I was welding. I had my phone in my pocket, like this, and my coveralls, and the camera poked out here. I didn't even think. I was new to welding. This was like a year ago, so I guess I had some time to learn since, but I didn't realize how much welding slag flew at a guy. So yeah, slag hit the screen, and the second it hit, it just cracks. I did that to the front and the back, and yeah, then I learned my lesson. Leave your phone on the toolbox. You can go over to check it. But no, like I said, I don't really know too much about the camera lenses and what they do. I just know they look cool. And camera... Oh... And the camera quality is impeccable. I do notice sometimes when it's trying to zoom, it's a little like, I don't know, I want to say jumpy per se. Like sometimes it'll just do a weird like unzoom, zoom when it's trying to figure something out. And I think that's balancing between different lenses or something of the sort. Don't quote me, I don't, like I said, I'm not adept in this, but yeah, man, death by slag. It was sad. I couldn't figure it out for like a week. And finally I did some critical thinking. And I went, oh, shit. That was me. That was my own negligence that caused me. No! I just saw a screen flicker. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. I guess I've got more power issues to figure out. Yeah, it's okay. It's just tough, because when you have this many screens, like, you might not think about it when you're just watching the stream, but what goes into making this setup work, that has to be plugged in. So there's the multi-viewers. 4 of those right there. 4 big ass plugs. You have the GameCubes, of course. The PC, the monitor, of course. Now with that being said, you're like, okay, that's about it. That's not horrible. Well, you'd be right. Except for one little detail. You have to have HDMI, or AV to HDMI converters. Excuse me. And each and every one needs to be plugged into a USB port. So because I have 16 cubes running, I need 16 converters running at once. So I have them going into like a USB block. Well, I have 4 of them. And I have 4 going into each USB block. So that takes up quite a bit too. So you plug all that stuff in at once, and suddenly the walls aren't too happy about it. No, I think the biggest issue with that, honestly, is the fact that my house was built in the 50s. So I don't think the place was really built for high power draw. Like, I have an outlet in my game room that doesn't even work. I can sometimes plug a phone into it, and it might charge it sometimes. But other times it just doesn't at all. They won't do a single thing. It's a pain in the ass, but that's just part of living in a house that's 70 years old. Didn't think it'd be a problem, but at the end of the day, this works, and we're streaming, and stuff's running, so I don't got a complaint in the world. Not one that I need to verbalize, anyway. I just want to take a quick moment to thank everybody who has stopped by today, whether you're lurking, whether you're chatting, whether you're just popping in and popping out. I appreciate you stopping by and making some time out of your day to come by and see the old Billen. Yeah, means a lot. I appreciate it. I always try to... I feel like I'm obligated to say more sometimes when I go about my little spiel that way. And then I remember the fact that I'm the only one forcing myself to talk, and my my anxiety is the one telling me that I need to keep saying stuff. So if I ever come to a weird conjunction in my sentence, that's why. Why Billen as a name? I don't want to keep that a secret in a way, but no, it's okay. I'll let it out. So there is pretty much no rhyme or reason except for the fact that my girlfriend and I, well, we've been together for 6 years. That being said, over 6 years, you kind of tend to call each other, and you'll see where I'm going with this. You kind of tend to make up some weird nicknames along the way, and one of these days we were having a couple adult juices or something of the sort. I don't really recall, but we were hanging around and just looked at her and I was like, you look like a Billen right now. It was really stupid. I don't know why I said it, but the name stuck in my head. That being said, fast forward 5 years roughly since that day, and pretty much ever since we've been calling each other that name. So it's been kind of a thing in the relationship. Like, my name's not Bill. Obviously, well, I guess it might not be obvious, but it should be now. My girlfriend's name is not Bill. There's nothing to the kin of that related to either of our names, but yeah, we just call each other Bill. Like, I'll see her like, hey Bill, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Whatever you say, Billen. So I couldn't think of a name when I was starting my channel, and I wanted to be original. And the word Billen is about the only original thing I've ever done. So that's where it was. That's where it came into fruition, and that's why my name is Billen as of today. But yeah, thanks. I suppose it is a little cute, hey? It's yeah, it's a weird origin story, and I know most people, like the people I personally know that have seen that I do YouTube and I live stream, I get that question from every single person, even the people that don't know me. Like, hey, why Billen? But that's the question I want, because you think of a lot of good YouTubers, and like a lot of them just have weird names that you can't explain. Like, I gotta think of it now, but like, say PewDiePie. At face value, if I saw that on a screen and I didn't know what PewDiePie was, I would think, what the hell is a PewDiePie? That's weird. That's really weird. And I kind of wanted that same... I wanted that same effect. Like, it's different, and it's like, what the hell is that? But at the same time, it's got a ring to it. It's easy. It rolls off the tongue. Like, if I... God forbid, if I ever get to a point where I'm really established on YouTube and I've got a large following, I feel like that's something that is just easy for people to be like, oh yeah, I was watching Billen the other day. Like, it's not hard to say, it's not hard to read. It's short, it's one... Billen? How many syllables is that? Billen. I think that's 2 syllables. Anyway, my point is I wanted it to be easy to say and identifiable, so everything kind of fell into place. Yeah, it is kind of neat, I suppose. Two. Why 2? I see a number on the screen and I get scared. I thought you were like, there's a shiny on number 2. Hopefully not. If so, I just failed it. Because I didn't see anything. But yeah, I had a couple of times in my life where I went and I'd like make a channel and I'd go through 2 syllables. Okay. I thought so. I was like, Billen. The second one made more sense to me, but it's been a long day. I'm off a little bit of sleep, not a lot, so not everything computes to me all the time. But yeah, there's my origin story. If I ever get large and in charge, then that story lies with you guys and whoever watches the stream archive. So you hold knowledge untold to most. Maybe I'll even privatize the stream one day and you can just keep that to your own knowledge and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is why. And if anyone ever questions it, be like, how do you know that? Don't worry about it. I just know. Getting ahead of myself though. You know what I'm not getting ahead of though is this frickin' hunt. How? We're sitting, and don't get me wrong, RNG is RNG. I know. But we're sitting 16.6, almost 17,000, and nada. Like we're getting to the point where we are encroaching on my longest hunt ever. So with that being said, I guess I'm gonna tuck these strings away. I guess I'll preface. So my longest hunt of this series, of the Kanto Shiny Dex series, is to this date this. This is most definitely the longest hunt I've ever done in this series. That being said, I shiny hunted for a long time before I ever started YouTube. So I had a lot of other hunts at other points, and I've had one that was longer. Just one. It was 17,000. Actually, if you go to my very first shiny that I got on stream, it was a Squirtle. You'll see that the previous count is of a Squirtle, no, it's of a shit, now I forgot, of a Cyndaquil, and it was like 18,228 or some weird number like that, and we haven't really been too close to that otherwise, but that's the longest one. Fun fact for you, if you're wondering, by the way. So if you look at the screen, at the screen of the stream, whatever. If you look at the stream, you'll notice that most of the screens look identical. However, 9 is just a hair dim, and 13 is super bright. So, to my understanding, the reason for that is, I can't tell you why 9 is dim. But I can tell you that 13, the reason that it's so bright, excuse me, is that it's had, I guess, like, there's a lifespan to how much power can go through it for how long, you know. Electronics have a lifespan in general, right? Okay, I gotta see what happened because did I not run from that? No, I didn't. Okay, so I have to run from that and then re-encounter. Sorry, that was really weird. But yeah, essentially, what I'm trying to say is number 13, I guess, from hunting on it for about 2 months, is about at the end of its lifespan. That's why it's so bright. You'd think it would get dimmer as it dies, but according to Professor Rex, who I talked to about this, he said that once they start to die, they go bright. They don't dim. So that leads the question, why number 9 is so dim? I don't know. I do have one guess, actually. I'd be willing to say that number 9... I have one singular converter that is different than the rest, and the other 15 are identical. I'm gonna say number 9's probably the one that's not the same. That's probably why it's dim, but I'm thinking I'll buy 2 more and replace them, because it's just kind of ugly. It is just kind of ugly. I need like an energy drink. I have one. issue is, though, energy drinks are so hit and miss for me. Sometimes I get a ton of energy from them, but most of the time I just genuinely... I want to say I get tired from them, which sounds weird, but I swear I'm not lying. I'm not lying. It's probably like a sugar rush. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue, honestly. What I have heard one theory, and that's that people with ADHD are exponentially more likely than somebody who doesn't have ADHD to actually have opposite effects from caffeine. That most opposite effects as opposed to most when it comes to caffeine. So it'll often make people tired. With that said, I don't have... What is that? I don't have an official diagnosis for ADHD. I have a suspicion I have ADHD, but I don't know that. So that could be a possibility, but like you said, yeah, energize, fall off. Could be that too, right? I mean, you boost anything like that, and the fall off is bound to be hard. I don't know. I do have an energy drink upstairs, so I could grab it and test my luck. Yeah, see if it makes me energized or tired. It's it's a what is it? It's a Red Bull, but it's one of the special flavors. Ah, fig and apple. Tell me that doesn't sound fantastic. Well, actually, maybe don't, because you might not think it does. But so good. Like, I generally, if I do get an energy drink, I tend to gravitate towards just like a regular, like a Red Bull flavor. Granted, I don't get Red Bull because holy shoot, they're expensive. Usually, I get the bundles on the flavored ones sometimes, but that's not the point. My point is, actually, my point is kind of moot. I don't know exactly what my point was. If you ever get other energy drinks, though, know that Red Bull is not the only one that tastes like Red Bull. Like, they have these ones where I live called Jokers, and the regular version of that tastes like one. Or, the regular Monsters kind of do as well. I gotta start sleeping more. I've been staying up way too late, editing, making stuff, and then waking up way too early for work. Gotta find some balance here, but time never stops when you're having fun. And, you know, I'm kind of annoyed. I sit here, and the longer I sit here, I notice that damn screen keeps flickering. And I wonder... I could scratch my itch of question right now. Let's see. Is the one that's flickering... Oh! Nope. My assumption was very wrong. My assumption was very incorrect. Bro, I can feel a shiny. I honestly, like, I feel the same way. But I feel like if I vocalize that, then I'm going to take that out of fruition. But I appreciate your encouragement. And I'd like to say I resonate with that, and I hope that's the case. We're sitting so high, like 17K? Not a single glistening boy? Not a single dirty rat? No gold bird? Then I'll vocalize it. There we go. I like that. I like that. I guess we can say I'm like manifesting through you. Are you my... what would you even call that? My manifestation totem? I don't know, does that... does that make sense? I don't even know by definition what a totem would be. Like, I know what a totem pole is. I know that, like, in, say, like, the quarry and shit, there's a totem. I guess a totem's supposed to, like, tell a tale, isn't it? So yeah, no, I think that's wrong. I think, as per usual, I'm just spewing stuff out of my mouth just to do it. Just straight up, no. Well, you know, I guess I'll take this one further, so if you're feeling like there's a shiny coming, I want you to double down on this. What Pokemon do you think is going to be shiny? And with that being said, what screen do you think it's going to be on? I should do like a... I don't know how I'd do it or what the incentive would be, but some sort of like lottery for which screen shiny is gonna come on. I wouldn't mind like duplicating them and giving them away. I say that because obviously I want my own Pokemon for the shiny decks, but I think I would like to do something where for like a certain guess or something, or like for donations, once we're at that point, I can send shinies over to the fans, but there's a whole lot of guys got to think about before that's a thing. Screen 8, Pidgey predict. Okay, I like it. Well, I'll say technically you are already right, because there's a Pidgey on screen 8. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. What I don't get is that damn screen flickering. I think I'm gonna have to, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, actually. It's not the power adapter. It's power going in or the multiviewer is fucked. One of the two. 17K, my friends. 17,000 without a shiny. This just feels like a cruel joke at this point. I feel bamboozled. I feel screwed with. I feel antagonized. But most importantly, I feel pain. I feel pain as the shinies don't want to come. It's crazy how short some hunts will be, yet how long some will be. And I harp on this a lot, but it's crazy when I look at, say, I had a Bulbasaur hunt that was 700 and... oh, I think it was 752. I had 2 Charmanders at 1500 or less, or I think 1600 or less. And then you have like 15k, 17k, 8k, 10k. You know, the one thing I didn't even consider, and I didn't point out when we got there, is we also hit double odds. That's always a weird one to like think about. Double odds? Really? Double? That's just... it seems excessive. I didn't either until I even said 17k, but it didn't click to me that 8200 times 2 is more than, or is less than 17k. Yeah. Great minds think alike, my friend. Great minds think alike. But yeah, I didn't even realize I was over double. And I bet we're gonna hit. This is gonna be the. Oh shit. This is gonna be the longest hunt we've ever. Well, that's the case. We know this, but I think this is gonna be like 20 plus K. I kind of want my blanket. I'm looking at it. But then I'll get tired. And tired me is not good me. Oh, what am I doing? I'm sitting here like, oh, I keep yawning, I can't stop. Throwback to one of my first streams when our friend Cora came on. I had an epiphany, and I've not since used it much. We're busting out the peppermint oil, boys. We're throwing peppermint oil on the mustache. That is my awake serum. Oh! Oh! Wow, that's some strong shit. Oh. That's kind of overbearing. It's like toned back smelling salts. Oh. I guess at least it smells good. I haven't smelled smelling salts, so what I just said was actually a baseless claim. But it smells like what no, I can't even say that. I cannot say that at all. I imagine smelling salts are like probably twice as strong as what I just put on my nose, but people say that stuff smells. I guess you go to the gym, you probably know. Braden. People say that smelling salts smell absolutely vile. I imagine that's probably the case. And that's why they wake you up so much. Also, that last reset, we hit 74k there. Nice. That's crazy. We're about to hit, like... I wonder how many encounters this entire dex is gonna go. Because if you think about it, we only have 9. And, we're already encroaching on 1/10 of a million. Just think about that. We are at 1/10 of 1 mil... Okay, that's not true. We are at, roughly 7.4% of a million encounters. And we have 9 Pokemon. What the hell is gonna happen with like once we're a couple hundred in? Like, we're gonna be millions of encounters. And I just feel like that's a ton. Well, because it is. I don't know. That was a stupid sentence. I'm not familiar with smelling salts. Just liquid chalk on the hands. That makes sense. I forget. There's a name for smelling salts. Like the actual. It's just like the chemical name, but I don't remember what it is. So I can educate not. Oops. This phase honestly isn't terrible. 13% of your shinies should take about this long in theory. I mean, yeah, it's not terrible when you consider the fact that we've only been... I mean, it's been 10 hours. 10 hours really isn't bad for a phase. We're just spoiled at the end of the day. We've been spoiled. Now, that being said, I would like to know... where you came to the 13% of shinies should take that long figure. Because that's a very specific number. I'm sure if I sat and thought about it, I might be able to figure it out, but 13% at 18k, so 6. So you're like double odds. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how you calculated that. The probability of getting 17,000 non-shinies is... Okay. I get what you're saying. Is 8,191 out of 8,192. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, that's not too bad, actually, when you consider the fact that pretty much all of our hunts are going to be this quick. Or I guess not this... sorry. I should specify what I meant. That pretty much all of our hunts are going to have this quick of a reset rate. That's what I meant to say. I don't think there's going to be many that go over 30 seconds per reset. As for these ones, these aren't even 30 seconds. They're about 20 to 22. If I'm doing my diligence. I just got this little pit in my stomach, and usually when I do, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. I got this little pit in my stomach there. And that little pit, it had something to do with a Caterpie. Yeah, the rates are really good. 16 games at once is OP, I guess. Yeah, it most definitely is. I'll be the first to tell you that it's if this isn't your passion, it's an astounding waste of money. I guess maybe not, because it's all an investment. It's all Nintendo and Pokemon stuff. It's not going to go down in value. But I mean, you pay to play. You want a shiny dex and you don't want it to take like 10 years. I guess you buy 16 cubes. I wonder how, I mean, I guess this is a slippery slope. I was gonna say, I wonder how the 16 cubes play into the odds. However, I say that full well understanding that theoretical odds are theoretical odds, and at the end of the day, that doesn't mean anything. You can have as many game cubes as you want and the odds stay the same. I guess with that being said, the answer to what... Oh wow, that was a long encounter. The answer to what I'm saying would be that the anecdotal odds should theoretically be 1 in like... It's like 550, I think, if my mental math is correct. But that's 550 resets of the hand. That's 550 times I press the buttons on the controller. So that's 550 times 16, so like 8,000, yeah, 8,109. You get what I'm saying. And if you don't, I'd be happy to explain. That's one thing I do really well at, is over-explaining myself. Oh! Yeah, I do not need to explain myself half the time I do, but boy do I go on a tangent 90% of the time when I feel judged and I'm doing something. Like when I'm at work and I see somebody come up to me and they like kind of sit there for a second, or they kind of furrow a brow at what I'm doing. Oh, I'll give you 9 ways to the moon about why I'm doing what I'm doing. Just so that you don't have a negative predisposition of me. Funny how anxiety works, eh? That said, I said I was gonna get my blanket, and I'm gonna do it. I need it. Oh, it's so much better. It's so cold. A room with 16 game cubes, a PC, and a monitor running all at once should be a lot warmer than it is, but I also am right beside a window. It's the middle of winter, and I have a concrete wall pretty much right beside me. So, that is what it is. You know, Benjamin, I feel like I might have asked you before. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Do you shiny hunt? Or do you just watch? I feel like now that I'm sitting here, I'd like to zoom in the camera more. I'm gonna do that real quick. Hope you guys don't mind. Camera settings, zoom. Okay. And suddenly that's me. I'm just a little bit closer now. I do shiny hunt. I'm taking a break because my Heatran is triple over encounters as of now. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Is Heatran, is that 8192? That's, yeah, that should be 8,192. So you're like 24k on Heatran? That sucks. Okay, in BDSP, that makes sense. I was gonna say the only games I played where I got Heatran were Diamond Pearl. But, you know, it's funny, I have BDSP. I just don't, well, not that I don't, I just haven't really played them. Number 13, green/gray rat, I'm calling it. We're gonna have to see, but honestly, I could see that. I could see 13 being the rat screen, especially because it's all bright. With our luck, it'll look extra weird, and I won't have any idea what the hell it is, because it's all bright and sus. Nothing will ever be as bad as my 45k Dialga in BDSP. 45k in BDSP? You went 10x odds? Holy shit. You went 10x odds on a Dialga. Oh my god. That sucks. I am sorry you had to deal with that. Oh. I've never had one that bad, and I hope I don't. Knock on wood, this will be the one. Literally, I'd throw my Switch in the garbage, too. Took 2 years on and off. So, was that a single hunt? Were you doing that on one console? If so, your level of patience is unmatched. Don't get me wrong, I've done like... Oh, you did do it on one Switch? My shiny only playthrough. That's insane, dude. That is actually insane. Like, I've done my fair share of hunts, double and quadruple, but I'll tell you right now that I don't think I've ever done a single hunt. Have I? No, I've never done a single hunt, and I don't plan on it. That sucks. Specifically for that reason, like I'm sitting here after 10 hours of just rolling 16 in a row. And I'm kind of losing my patience as it is. So, that is very commendable. So, I take it that's... So, you said it was 2 years on and off, and then you ended up going to your Heatran. So, is that also for the shiny only playthrough? Is that a continuation? Yeah, same save. Okay. That makes sense. Have you ever, like... I don't know, maybe I'm just extra, but have you ever considered, in theory, going for a shiny living Sinnodex? But we will see. Once you do that, I will be, I want to see it. I'm excited for you. That said, hell, why don't you broadcast it? Or at least record it. Have some record of all of your pain. But what I was gonna say is, like, with my level of patience, which is, I like to think I'm pretty patient, but not as patient as I could be. I would just, at that point, I would have bought another Switch or two and bought another couple games. Like, I would have went on Marketplace and found, like, the cheapest, most beat-up Switches, and then just, yeah, I just hunted off them. Because a single one at that many encounters, I don't got the time of day for that. I feel like I don't have the time of day for anything, really. My schedule is way too inconsistent to stream it or anything. I would also need to buy a capture card and barely have enough for food as it is. Hey, that's totally fair. I understand that. I guess, yeah, you would need a capture card, which is kind of... that being said, I will tell you, if you are getting a capture card, 2 of the capture cards I run are off of Amazon. One of them is a HDMI to USB, and the other one's a box that's like a regular capture card, but you have to put aux in as well to get the audio. But they were like $13 and $18 respectively. So if you're ever looking for a capture card, I can tell you that, I mean, which one is it? So we have, the bottom left is my Elgato 4K60. And then, so it's the 2 on the right side. The 2 on the right side are Amazon, like, sub $20 capture cards. And bear in mind, these are, when I say sub $20, I'm talking Monopoly money. It's Canadian dollars, so pretty cheap. But I understand that when a guy's got to put food on the table and bills got to be paid, that stuff's more important. That's the kind of stuff that has to come first. I will need a second Switch for the hunt. I missed the Shaman mystery gift, so I need to buy a Brilliant Diamond copy with the version with glitches, and can't use my Switch because it already has a Brilliant Diamond save file. You can't even just, like, delete the file, and, like, theoretically, I mean, that would be stupid. I don't know why you would. But yeah, I don't know why I asked that, actually. That's stupid. Yeah, I forgot. See, for me, the games I play, I have an, what do you call it? An epilogue GB operator. So whenever I think of starting a new save, I'm just like, well, I'll just back it up and start a new save. But Jesus. That was a pain to get those all synced back up again. But yeah, that's... I can see why you wouldn't want to get rid of that, obviously, even if you traded over your Pokemon. If I sent everything to home, it would probably work. Yeah, but then you lose the trainer ID. And when you already have a bunch of shinies on that trainer ID, it'd be kind of sad to have to get rid of it. Granted, I don't know how many I have with the original trainer ID on this. Not, No, I do. Pretty much every single one should have the original trainer ID, actually, for their corresponding shinies, but some had 2 COD on the same cartridge, so that's kind of a catch-22. If I send everything to home, yeah. I don't know why I thought that was a new message. But yeah, I actually in BDSP I have the Darkrai and the Shaman events unlocked. I hope I do on both of them and not just the one. Like in Brilliant Diamond instead of Shining Pearl. Damn, that would suck. But my point being is I have I have those events unlocked. I just haven't done the hunts yet. Isn't there? Can you do? Yeah, that's the one game you can do Arceus in as well. That's gonna be an interesting one. Because, you know, one of the only Pokemon I had as a kid shiny was Arceus. I met a kid who had an action replay, so I got a bunch of Arceus. But I never had a legitimate one. I feel like it would be cool to get a legit shiny Arceus and throw the plates on it. Are they plates? Yeah, they're plates. Do those even go up? 44 and 08. Yeah, they did. When I do that, by the way, I'm smelling the peppermint on my mustache to try to wake me up. So you ever see me just... I'm not trying to pucker up to you, I swear. As much as that might be enticing. $17,700, so we're almost 18K and still not a frickin' thing. Love it. So what do we have? We have a number 8 Pidgey. And a number... Oh. And I guess for number 13 Rattata. Do we have any other guesses on what we're gonna catch and where? I'll give my input. I'm gonna say... Oh, it's gonna be a Caterpie on number 10. I'm pretty confident it'll be a Caterpie on number 10. Why, you ask? Well, I don't really have a reasoning, but 10 has no shinies, so statistically, it's one of the more likely ones to get a shiny, maybe? Maybe? It's all here. Oh, are you talking about the Game Boy stuff that you had ordered in? I got my Golden Sun Advanced Shell and Screen. Heck yeah, dude. You gotta send me some pictures and videos of that. And I take it, with that being said, you're definitely throwing that together now instead of your brother's one. I guess you just have to throw the screen into that one, so you can probably get both done today. To finish my tangent though, what I was gonna say is I just have a feeling that it's gonna be a Caterpie, but number 10, I feel like that's a good screen for it to be on, and I don't know, I feel like it's likely, so we'll see. How long were you waiting for that Golden Sun stuff? It was a little bit, like, I want to say it's been like a week. No? Damn, now I gotta go online and I gotta order my stuff. I want to mod a Game Boy this week, now that you have. I mean, when you've got like 10 of them, might as well mod one. Not any of my 101s though. I think no matter what, the AGS 101s should stay stock. That's a shame to ruin those pretty screens. And yes, I know, an IPS is nicer to look at. But, When a 101 is already so hard to find, and they're not cheap, there's no sense in pulling one out and defacing it. That's how I view it anyway. Unless you only have a 101 and you want an IPS, I'd say that's a different story. Hey man, keep the 101 stock. Yeah, I feel like that's almost sacrilegious to I don't have anywhere to put that. I feel like it's almost sacrilegious to take an AGS 101 and to modify it. You know, one thing, it's one thing to put a shell on it, but still, that's kind of like, if it still has the AGS 101 sticker on it, I'd feel pretty bad doing that. But with that said, if it's already got a busted screen or a busted shell, and it doesn't have the sticker, well, whatever. Makes more sense to change the shell. I'm playing on a stock 101 right now. Heck yeah. Now here's the personality test for you. What color of 101 do you prefer? What's your favorite? I've got a favorite. For sure. I want to see if we're matching. Anybody else in the stream here too, if you want to drop your opinions down, I'd love to hear it. But to me, there's one color of 101 that is obviously elite. I don't mod 101s, that should be illegal. Literally. You know, for all Nintendo does to protect against, like, infringement and shit, I feel like that's something they should police on, too. You see a modified 101 online? Yeah, that's a charge. It was in the terms of service, couldn't change the screen. Not allowed. Okay, so we've got one opinion down below. I'm gonna wait until we've got Braden's opinion down there at least too, and then I'll voice mine. But so we got Merrick for the pink one. Yeah, that. How many colors of 101 are there actually? Now that I say that. There's the pink, there's the blue, there's... Huh? Am I missing something? What are the other colors of the AGS 101? There's a slate gray. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain there's a slate gray. But I don't know the colors of the other AGS 101s. Part of that issue too is that in regions it depends. Like if you go to the UK... There's, yeah, the Pearl Blue was the other one I was thinking of. Also, 18k flat resets. Heck yeah. There's the Pearl Blue, there's the pink, there's a slate gray, and I don't recall the rest. I know, like, in Australia, you can get the pink one as a non-101, which is really weird, considering that in Canada and the US, the 101 is, or the pink one is only a 101. And there's also some, like, weird teal ones in other countries and stuff, but I'm not going to say there are teal ones. There's one. That's it. I've been holding it too long. I got to drop my opinion. Yeah, the best one's the pink one, for sure. The pink one is, like, hands down my favorite. I think it just looks awesome. Like, Nintendo did such an amazing job with that. The Pearl Blue, don't get me wrong, the Pearl Blue is gorgeous too. But I just think that pink has a certain pop to it. Well, I don't think, I know it does. And it looks damn good. Hey, just wanted to take a quick second to thank you, or to thank everybody in the stream who's watching, lurking, chatting, whatever it may be. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I appreciate you being by here. And, yeah, wonderful having you here in the stream. Have a fantastic day. They gave a lime green one as well. Where? Where'd they do a lime green one? Was that... Oh, wait. Wait. Yes, I almost bought one. It was an Australian one. I remember this now, because I bought a pink 101 from the guy, and he had other ones he was offering, and I didn't know if I wanted any of the other ones, and I did some research, and the green one was really cool, but it was not a 101, unfortunately. It was a 001. Hey Lane, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day today. How long do you think this will take? With that many GameCubes, I can't imagine how fast hunts will be. I guess with that question being asked, I wanna just clarify. Are you asking how long the shiny living dex will take, or how long you think this phase is going to take? Because those are, as you may be able to imagine, two very different answers. And two very different questions. The shiny living dex. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't crunched the numbers, and actually, I believe Benjamin did. Benjamin crunched the numbers, and I think we were looking at... Oh, it was something like... I think it was like a couple million encounters for the living dex. So... Yeah, the two-tone, lime, green, and orange, that's a Shrek Edition console. I don't know if it's Shrek 1 or Shrek 2 or Shrek 3, whatever it is. It's a Shrek Edition console. That thing's pretty sick too, and they're not cheap either. But I'm gonna say on a whim, I think for the entire Gen 1 through 3 Shiny Living Dex, we're probably gonna be... I'm gonna say 24 months from when we started. We could have the entire Shiny Living Dex. And that greatly depends on a couple things. Like, A, am I ever going to expand? Probably not. I don't see a reason to have more than 16 consoles. It's too much to look at. If I did, I would add a full another 8. I wouldn't just add 4. So it complements the layout, but I don't want to make the screens any smaller than they already are. But yeah, to double down on my answer there, I'm going to say that the Shiny Living Dex is going to take us about 2 years. And oh, I remember what I was going to say now. I think that depends on, like, if things go how I would love to and my dreams come true, somewhere in the next 2 years, I would love to think that I can be doing this. 75k, by the way, just hit it. Heck yeah. I would love to think that at some point in the next 2 years, I could do this. I don't want to say full-time, because I think that's bullish. But I would like to be doing it to an extent where I'm making enough money that I can afford to not work as much and put more time into the hunts. But this is all stuff that we're kind of speculating on, and we'll see in the future. What's going to happen is going to happen. But that's not too bad considering this is Gen 3 and assuming you aren't using any RNG manipulation. Yeah, no, we won't be using any sort of RNG manipulation. No exploits. The one thing I will say, the closest that we're going to do to an exploit is in Gen 2, we need to do the, what is it, the Pomegg Berry glitch, I think it's called? Because that's the only way, or no, it's the coin case glitch. One of the two, I forget which one, but we need to do it to get Shiny Celebi. Because I'm not going to do that on Virtual Console. That's going to be done on actual crystal cartridges. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain, and then we also will have the event hunts. So you might be thinking... I gotta turn my volume down. Thank you very much for subscribing, Lane. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Well, I lost my train of thought because I'm a goldfish. And I can never remember what I'm saying when I interrupt my own sentences. Shoot. If anyone can remind me, I'd appreciate that. Actually, you know what? I can listen to the archive here. See what I was saying. Okay, yep, there we are. So I was talking about the event hunts. So with that being said, you might be wondering, how the hell do you plan on getting a Deoxys? Which is a good question. How the hell are you going to get a Deoxys on a game that's 20 years old that they don't have any events for anymore. And my answer to you is actually quite simple. I could explain it, but I'm gonna give you a little hybrid here. I got the key to the answer right beside me. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna show you, and I'm going to give you a brief explanation of how it's going to work and what it is. So, holy shit! I have a lot of stuff on my table. I really look. It might look clean in the shot. I am frickin' pack rat. So we got this thing here. This is my little shiny hunting grail. Oh, that's the wrong part. That's the top part. So we got this. It's really hard to see. I don't know why it's not focusing, but this is my collection of my Gen 2 and some of my other Gen 3 games. So this is how we're going to hunt the rest of the shiny living decks for Hoenn and for Johto. With that being said, to get on to my point, because I continue to put off what I'm saying, this is the key right here. So what this is a, I don't think it's referred to as a flash cart, but it's I don't know what you'd call it. It's a Game Boy Advance cartridge, and it takes, you can see right there, it takes a micro SD card. And with that, there are people that have been so kind over the years that they were able to get their hands on the genuine cartridges that they used to distribute these Pokemon. So those people have taken those files and they've dumped them online, and you can save them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those files for whatever event Pokemon we're going to hunt. I'm going to save them, and then you can take, there's one more step to this, and I didn't pull it out of the case. So my apologies for the redundancy here. Here we go. So essentially how this would work, and I'll set it up just so you can kind of see. So, oh shit. Excuse my language. So you'll have your your two consoles side by side, right? These are wireless adapters on the top. They are made so that you don't have to have a cable. What you do is you have your game that you're playing on one, and then on the other, you're going to throw this guy in. I've actually never put that into a game console, so I'm glad that fits. You're going to put that in, you load both games up, and you can send the event out via wireless from the SD card console, and then you can receive it from any other ones. So I'm going to send it out, we'll receive all the events, we will save, and then from there, that's going to be where we start hunting. There's going to be no other like exploits or any other things that are outside of the, I guess, like the vanilla gameplay of Pokemon. Unfortunately, that is just something we have to do in order to be able to hunt those Pokemon. And I don't consider them illegitimate, because at the end of the day, these games have been out for 20 years, there's no other way to get them. I could go through some really painstaking glitches, which, if I was doing a single game playthrough, I most definitely would. However, the issue with that is the fact that I am not going to do a glitch 16 times over. I will for Celebi, because I have to, but I mean, I don't know. Celebi is really the only one I actually genuinely have to do that for. So, Celebi, that's going to be a pain in the ass. We'll get to it, but like you said, yeah, Lane, I don't have a choice. If I can not hunt them, or I can do that. Otherwise, though, we're pretty set. Like, Jirachi will do legitimately. Well, everything will be done legitimately, so I shouldn't say that. But Jirachi, I've got the Wishmaker bonus disc, so we'll be hunting that. Yeah, everything's going to be hunted with all original hardware. So, to digress, and to end my very long rant slash spiel, yeah, it's all going to be legit. Everything's going to be hunted legitimately. It's all legitimate hardware. No third-party devices other than that SD card cartridge, just to give ourselves the events we need, like the old C map. That'll be another one from you. Now, with that being said, I want to... Isn't that an emerald-only hunt? It might be, in which case we might only be able to, like, triple hunt that, which would suck. But it's going to be what it's going to be. For me, I plan on uploading my save to an emulator and emulating all the event ROMs, and then transfer the save back onto my card so I can hunt on the real hardware. That's a good idea. What you could also do... You could also probably... I don't know much about this. I've never downloaded it. I've never used it. But you could probably use PKHex. I imagine you could inject your save file into PKHex and then put the events on that way, so you don't even have to go through an emulator and do anything. But like I said, I haven't done that, so don't quote me. I believe so. Japanese Emerald only, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So I genuinely... Oh, I don't know. Here, I'm gonna ask a question real quick, and this is gonna be far in the future, so we'll see if it ever goes anywhere. But what are your guys' opinions on a? This sounds ridiculous even saying it. What would your guys' opinion be on a 16 game playthrough of just Emerald? I could do it. I don't have the games, but I could buy them. If they're Japanese, right? Like, obviously I'm not going to buy another 14 copies of English Emerald, because the 2 I have already are super expensive. But I do purchase games from people on eBay that offer me some pretty significant discounts when I buy in bulk. So I could get 16 emeralds. Or I guess I have a Japanese one, so I could get 15 emeralds. And we could do that, or I could get 3 more Japanese ones. We could do a 4-game playthrough. And then quad hunt from you. Which is realistically probably what makes more sense. But I'd love to hear your guys' opinions, because at the end of the day, this is my passion, and I do it for me because I enjoy it, but the entertainment is for you, so I want you guys to have a say in whatever gets put out, and I want to know that whatever I'm doing is something that you guys enjoy, right? But yeah, I'm pretty certain you're right, that it's Japanese Emerald only. Which is kind of whack, but that's how it goes. Nintendo and Game Freak, they love exclusivity. For some reason, they love making sure that you just can't get whatever shinies you want. Which is, I don't know. It's so silly to me, because I can understand it on one respect. Trying to make it so that, like, you know, if they hold an event, that event holds weight to it, and it's like, oh, that Pokemon's actually cool, like I couldn't get that otherwise, I want that, and it draws publicity to them. But yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to gatekeep something for no reason. Peace and love, everyone. Battle Factory is my pre-workout. Jeez. Well, hey, I hope you have a good workout, brother. Hopefully that's good for you. Hopefully the gym's empty and you have a fantastic time. If you're financially able to, I'd say quad playthrough / hunt would be cool. I think that probably makes the most sense. Like I don't know. I feel like maybe doing another 16 or another 16 of just Emerald might be... it is stupid, I know that, but at the same time, you know, for a long form video, that would be fantastic. Like, eventually, this entire hunt, like this Shiny Dex hunt, it will turn out to be a long form video, start to finish. It's probably going to be like Honestly, I think with the amount of Pokemon that there's going to be, it's likely going to be movie length. I bet we'll probably be around like the hour and a half, 2-hour mark for all 300 odd. But doing another Emerald playthrough, I mean, we could do that over again. It's just a matter of, it's a lot of dedication, a lot of extra stuff. So I'm gonna level with you and say for now, a quad playthrough probably makes the most sense. And it'd be fun. It'd be fun. Oh, my phone vibrated for no reason. I hate when that happens. Funny enough, the event is in the English ROMs, but the event was never released here, so there's no legitimate way to get English Mew. So they included it in the coding, yet for some reason they just didn't release the event. That's what I mean. Like, Nintendo and exclusivity. They just love to make sure that people don't get the Pokemon they want. That's crazy. Did I seriously? Oh my god. Again? How did I walk all the way up there? Okay, so how far I'd lost... Okay, it's that one, so... Okay. I was wondering what the hell I did there, but... We're good? I got everything synced up again? Awesome. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Or even if you were to use glitches or hacks to obtain the event in English and try to transfer up to home, it wouldn't let you since it's illegal. Seriously? I guess it makes sense though, because it literally just has to back check. Okay, well, it's an English Mew. Did we ever release that? No. Did they though? No, I don't think they ever released an English Mew. But you could technically get a shiny English Mew. It just wouldn't be transferable. Because, excuse me again. You could go into Pokemon Yellow, I believe it is, and you could do the glitch where like you have to walk up the bridge and open the menu and do all the weird stuff, and you can get Mew to spawn that way, but that's a pain in the ass hunt because you have to catch it every time, and you have to check the stats, because in Gen 1, the only way to check if a shiny is shiny is to know the numbers, the statistics. I guess it's not the statistics that determine the shiny, but you need to know what statistics the shiny will have. And then, even from there, once you know it's shiny, you still have to trade it up to Gen 2 to even see if it's shiny. Issue being, Pokemon in Gen 2 are stuck in Gen 2. You can't get Gen 2 to move any further up. Unless there's some sort of way that I'm unaware of, but legitimately, I don't think that's a possibility. I would love to see Nintendo implement something to make that a possibility, though. A legal possibility. Because, like, I don't know, it'd be super cool to be able to put my Gen 2 shinies up to new games. Of course, I'd duplicate them and then put them up, because I prefer them to stay in the games they came from, but it would be cool to be able to. There was the Mystery Mew event from Toys R Us, but all of those are pre-generated and will never be legal. If you told, or if someone had one though. Oh, I just lost what the hell I was reading. How did I lose that? Okay, there it is. If someone had one though, they'd let you transfer it up. Okay, so it's kind of like the Jirachis where, hey, it's all good, no worries. It's kind of like the Wishmaker Jirachis where there's like 10 of them and they're predetermined. That's kind of annoying. I hate that, because then there's like no chance to get different stats, really. And then, sorry, what did you say past that? Not never be legal, I meant shiny. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Because they're already predetermined, you can't make them shiny. It's just a Mew. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That makes sense. Yeah, I typoed pretty badly. It happens to the best of us. That's why I'm not typing when I'm speaking. Because if I was typing, I'd probably do the same thing. Sorry I'm late. I went to dinner. Hey, Totodile. Don't feel obligated. It is all good. But, that being said, happy to have you here. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. How's your day been? And what did you have for dinner? Ooh, I can't wait for my dinner. The girlfriend and I are making some... It's like a smoked salmon curry. I forget what it's called, so if you hear that and you're like, fuck, that sounds gross. I probably didn't say the right thing, but it looked good. And it... Oh, you know what's so funny about that? A, shrimp scampi is delicious, so awesome. But what's hilarious about that is my girlfriend sent me a list of foods yesterday. And she said, well, which one do you want? And I think it was 7 different foods she sent me, because we were trying to decide what we would make today for Valentine's Day dinner. And shrimp scampi was the one that I was going to say yes to, and then I thought, you know, I've had shrimp a lot more in the recent months than I have salmon. Like I never eat salmon, so I decided against it. But I was this close to having shrimp scampi today too. It's so good too. Good news! I got to 400 software sets for Regirock. Heck yeah, that's awesome, buddy. How are you feeling about the hunt? You're now 10% of odds, so that's got to feel good. I think you're gonna get it early though. I think you're gonna be like half odds. I can feel it. Totodile is the totem of luck. And hey, I just wanna put out a reminder here. Oh, did I even? I might not have updated it. I might have to update it. I hope I did. But if you go to the main channel, and I should have put it in the comments. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Just give me 1 sec, so I'm not. Sorry, I know you have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Give me like 30 seconds, and you'll see. Okay, well that's great. I can't see past the damn... Sorry, I swear to God I didn't forget what I was saying. I'm just loading up a screen here. Okay. So we go here, 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 here. Okay. Now to end what I was saying. So, if you're not in the Discord for the channel yet, and you'd like to be, the link is there. I think the one that I put in, I think the one that I have in the bio right now is expired. And if anyone wants to let me know if there's a way to put the link in there that is a permalink, other than paying for the Discord, whatever the hell it is, the higher end version, let me know, because I'm not really too familiar with that. But yeah, if you're not in the Discord for the YouTube channel and you'd like to be, we post updates there. We talk about Pokemon stuff. It's a fun place to be. You can follow that link there, and that's where you can find us. If not, hey, we're happy to have you here regardless. Yesterday you said something about a shiny Jirachi. He did. He did. What was it, though? I can't recall. Oh. No, that wasn't him, Totodile. Wasn't that just you and I talking about that? Because I was... Oh, no, that's right. Because I was saying... Oh, Okay, you know, I remember exactly what you're talking about. So, Brayden, yeah, he said he was going to give you one. However, what he didn't realize when he said that was that you meant shiny. Because he has the Wishmaker bonus disc, so he can spawn one and then like create it up and send it to you. But he didn't know you meant shiny. So he can't do that. But with that being said, Benjamin Davis, I have Nitro. I can generate you a permanent link if you want. Oh, that would be sick. Can you... Does that work? You can do that for my Discord, even though I don't have Nitro? How does that work? That's interesting. But tell you what, Totodile, if and when I... Well, not if, because that's not... That's just simply not the case. When I get my shiny Wishmaker Jirachi, I'd be happy to duplicate it for you, and I can trade it up to the new games and send it over to you. It's gonna be a while. We have to get all the way over to Hoenn until we can do that. But yeah, I'd be happy to. I'll whenever that happens to be, then we can talk about it then, because it's going to be a long time. Hey, it sounds good. I mean, don't rush too much. I mean, 5-minute shower is great, but make sure you're clean. Hygiene means a lot, Totodile. But yeah, Benjamin, if you're able to generate a permalink for the Discord, that'd be really cool. I thought that it had to be like, I don't know how Nitro works because like I said, I'm new to Discord. I've had it for a couple years, but I only used it just to talk to buddies while I played games. Never had my own server. Then once I made my own, I ended up, oh my god, oh, that's why there's a mustache hair tangled in my nose ring for Fox Creek. That's why that's so annoying. I kept feeling a tickle there. I'm like, what the hell is that? Anyway, yeah, if you're able to generate a link for the Discord, and Nitro applies to other Discord servers and not just whatever one you're on or whatever the case may be, my point is I'd appreciate it. So if you can, fantastic. If not, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Because see, here was my thing, is I thought that if I got Nitro, okay, you don't need a button, or sorry, you don't need a button. You don't need Nitro to make a permanent link. There should be a button that says edit invite link, and it'll let you manage. It'll let you manually change how long it stays active, including permanently. Yeah, you should be able to do it. Not sure where you saw that it was Nitro exclusive. Honestly, I could just be misinformed. I think I just read through Nitro. Like, not read through Nitro. I read through something for Nitro at some point. And it, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I see, yeah, edit invite link. And then... expires after never. Oh. Really? Huh. See, this is why I need you guys here, because I had no clue that was a thing. I feel silly. But there's that for you guys, if anybody in the chat needs it. But I'm gonna throw that on the channel, and then we don't gotta worry about that ever again. Thank you so much. I've been putting so much time into the layouts and research for thumbnails and stuff like that that I just didn't put the time into that. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for the help. That means a lot. Another SSD shipped, brother. Heck yeah. What'd you sell that one for? Sell it for like 70 bucks plus shipping? To be fair, there's so many Nitro-only features nowadays, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was. Yeah, like, I don't know much about Nitro at all. What are the benefits? Would it be worth it for me to pay for Nitro? Does it affect my... Is that a personal use type of thing? Will it does it have things that'll positively impact my server? I don't know. Then again, I also, I suppose I have free will, and I can do the research on my own at some point, so I don't have to bug you guys about it. Excuse me. I didn't realize we got 11 votes on the poll, so let's see how that's looking right now. Oh, jeez. So we got 18 per. Oh wow, we're split pretty interesting actually. So we got 18% at 15.5 to 18.5, which that's passed. So sorry, you were wrong. Sorry, dudes. 18.5 to 21.5 is another 18%. We got another 18% for 24.5 to 27.5, and then the overwhelming majority at 45%, thinking 27.5 to 30,000. Well, I appreciate the confidence in me, guys. That helps. That is what it is. We'll be here as long as we need to be. Probably not worth. Most features are only good. Quality of life if you use Discord 24/7. I only got it for the file size upload limit increase. No, Nitro is not worth it in my opinion. Its major feature is being able to use any server emojis in any server, and that's really about it. Seriously? They charge for that? Oh, that screen, the damn screen glitching. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Thought I fixed it, guys. Really thought I did. But the HD screen shares, any server emojis, super reactions, etc. You know, the HD screen sharing would be nice. I will say that. It's not like the regular screen sharing is so hard to see that it can't be used or anywhere even close to that, obviously, but HD screen sharing would be nice, not gonna lie. Then again, I don't use Discord enough to do that, and even with that bared in mind, oh, I'm a goldfish. I lost where I was again. Couldn't you just use, like, TeamViewer if you really wanted? Like, if you're, I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're doing, because it might not make sense to use TeamViewer for a lot of things, honestly. But yeah, no, that's, I mean, that makes sense. I definitely, with that being said, what I know about it now, I don't think I'm going to purchase it. But, I mean, it seems neat. It has its ups. Depending on how much you use it, I can definitely see... Sorry. Depending on how much you use it, I could definitely see the benefit. It just isn't a benefit for me. This is insanity, dude. How many shrimps would you have to eat before your skin turns pink? I was gonna say how many damn resets are we gonna have to do until we find one, but Totodile got talking about shrimp scampi, and that's all I can think about now. Absolutely all I can think about now. Oh, I'm so glad, Merrick, that well, I guess anybody that's listening, but Merrick was the one who gave me the input that the stream looks better now. I'm glad that bitrate changed it. Hey, there's the girlfriend. You noticed I didn't respond to your text, so you came to the next best place, eh? Well, we do have salmon. Yeah, you would be correct. I got a pound and a half of that shit in the fridge. I'm so hyped for that. How long is that supposed to take to cook, by the way? Because that's like some... We need to make rice, cook the salmon, and then make a curry sauce, I take it? Is there anything else to it? Also, just like anybody else, thanks for tuning in. And happy Valentine's Day. My sweet little thing. 19K. Hell yeah. $30 minutes, which I doubt. Yeah, that's horse shit. They say 30 minutes, and it's like, yeah, it's 30 minutes assuming you have a sous chef to prep it for you, you have a dishwasher, and you've got 6 other people to tend to you and hand you things as you... You know, like when a surgeon's in a room, like scalpel... Actually, that reminds me of the Eminem song, Brain Damage. Scalpel, sponge... He's convulsing. Wait, he's convulsing. We're gonna have to shock him. But yeah, no, I feel like that 30-minute quote is for like a kitchen of 5. Because I don't know. Like, dude, we made fucking grilled cheese yesterday, and that took like 40 minutes. We made grilled cheese with rotisserie chicken. That was pre-cooked. All I had to do was chop it. So if that took that long with dishes and stuff, it's over. We're not gonna be done this salmon until like 2 in the morning. And then I gotta go to work 4 hours later. I'm excited though. I was actually just telling the chat, I was telling the chat earlier about the salmon. And that we were gonna have it. I also, it was funny, our buddy, he's in the shower right now, but Pokédex, in the stream here, he was saying how he just went out for dinner and he had shrimp scampi. And I was telling him that, how you gave me the options earlier yesterday for dinners, and shrimp scampi was just about my choice. But I last minute switched up to the salmon. I understood the assignment, so I'm gonna say that's what went down. You could have matched. I know. And I mean, now I kind of feel like a failure, because Totodile's out here, he's getting all bougie, having shrimp scampi, trying to be relatable, and then I come out here, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not eating that shit. Couldn't be me. I made different choices. I feel like I'm just exclusive now at this point. No wonder I only have 50 subscribers. Nah, I joke. I cannot believe it though. We are, and I mean, I guess we're not super close because triple would be 24, but we are. I mean, we're encroaching on triple odds here, which is absolutely freaking insane. But I don't know, guys. Maybe we'll see a golden bird here. Maybe not. Should have had some tuna instead of salmon. Well, you know, that reminds me of this one time. I was making work sandwiches and I was getting tired. This was before COVID and before everything went up in price. But I was making work sandwiches back when I had a different job years ago. And I was making tuna and I was getting tired of it after a while, so I decided, hey, maybe I should get some salmon and try that. So I got these cans of salmon. And I went to make my one sandwich one night, and I opened it up, I mixed it with some mayonnaise, which I don't know if that was the smartest idea, but I did that. I threw it all together, and I didn't taste it, but I brought it to work. I opened it up, I took one bite, and I just about threw up. That was the most disgusting thing I ever ate. And you're thinking, dude, if that's the case, then why the hell are you making salmon tonight? That makes absolutely no sense. To which I will explain. The can of tuna, or the can of salmon rather, there was a downfall to this can of salmon. It had all the bones in it, and I didn't realize that somehow when I was plating it. So I put it all in the sandwich, and then I went to eat it, and the first bite I took, just crunchy. And immediately that texture threw me off. I'm like, what the like, why? Why the hell is my salmon crunchy? This should not be. And then I went and I picked through it, and then I went and I looked at a can when I got home later, and yeah, sure as shit, I failed to read instructions as I should have. And I found that canned salmon, at least the brand I bought, is not for me. That was a massive mistake. And I haven't eaten it since. I've had salmon since, like, I think once or twice me and the girlfriend have went out to dinner, and she or I have gotten salmon. Well, I think she. And I just try some because she never finishes her food. But yeah, that was, yeah, you're right, it was disgusting. I don't know why I had the ignorance to not just examine what I was making. You know, not even that, what I was purchasing. You go to a store, you grab something new, generally you'd think that somebody who has a little bit of common sense, and I don't like to use that word because it doesn't really seem to exist today, but, or ever for that matter. You'd think somebody with a little bit of common sense, when they're spending money on an item, would do a bit of research, and by research, before purchase, I mean, you'd think I would have read the fucking can fully. I guess some lessons are learned harder than others. This one was the fact that, yep, you'll never want to eat a can of salmon again. That's my lesson. But I imagine they make it without the bones, right? I guess my lesson was just to learn how to read. You know, the worst part is I was bullish when I bought the cans too. I think I bought 4. And the other 3 just never got touched. And eventually I threw them out. Which felt bad because they were like $3 or $4 cans of fish. And not only that, it's not about the value. I think, like, you know, that fish had a life. Or however many fish are in the damn can, I don't know. Something like that, it kind of made me feel like shit, because it's like, well, yeah, you wasted food, which sucks. Yeah, you didn't like it, kind of makes sense. But, like, that salmon really didn't have to die for anything, if I was just gonna throw it away. In hindsight, I wish I didn't buy it, so I could have left it on the shelves and someone else could have bought it and actually used it, but it is what it is. It really doesn't pay to think that deep into things as well. I mean, that's why it really pays to use forethought to begin with, and then that's never really a concern. I can just feel I can even remember the shape of the bone it pulled out of my mouth. It looked like an eye. Right in the back. Oh. Yeah, don't do that. You know, with that being said, I kinda wanna take that story and put it to the floor. Any of you guys have any really bad food stories sometime where you got something and maybe you thought you knew what it was and it wasn't what you thought it was, or you went in confidently trying something and realized it was the most viscerally disgusting thing you've ever tasted? I don't think there's been too many that I've had other than that were like gross and I genuinely just didn't eat or threw away. I tend to eat pretty much everything, but I guess one more. I had tripe once. And if you don't know what tripe is, It's cow intestine. I didn't really know I was having tripe until I was having it. I don't know if I just like had some bad stuff or whatever, but what I can say is I didn't know it was tripe. I took a taste, and after I tasted it, I knew it was tripe. So, do with that information as you will. Taste was not bueno. Salmon bones are rough too because they're so small. Well, and I think that was why I missed them in the first place, because I went through and I mixed the tuna. Hey, Totodile, glad you're back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good shower. I think that was one of the main parts as to why I missed it, is because they're so small, and I was mixing it around, especially once I threw the mayonnaise in. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't going to see it because the color was pretty similar to the rest of what was in the bowl. Yeah, kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Are we seriously going to hit 20K? Like, no word of a lie? By the way, if you're not familiar and I haven't, if you're just tuning in and you didn't hear my spiel earlier, is it spiel or spiel? Let me know. But if you didn't hear that earlier, this is now my longest hunt ever. I had one hunt that was longer on my own personal time. That was a Cyndaquil hunt in Generation 2, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And that was like 18,200 or something of the sort. Yeah, we've far surpassed that, so let it be known this is the longest shiny hunt I have ever done in the history of ever. Oh goodness, I want to get to 500 today, but if I keep a good pace, then 600. Well, hey Totodile, you just gotta stay committed. Keep on trying, keep on grinding, and you will get there. Unfortunately, RNG won't always be on your side, as Upbeat said. You may come up drier than the Sahara, but may come up wetter than a stack too. So. How you doing, Upbeat? Hope you're having a great night, and thanks for tuning into the stream. Yeah, we're super dry though. Like this is crazy. In fact, it's kinda bonkers if you ask me. Might even go on a whim and say it's a little wacky. Totodile, may I ask what game you're hunting? True. Of course, brother. Good times all around. Just got back from dinner. I feel like the shiny is coming sometime soon. Hey, we can only hope. I really hope it comes soon because, well, my girlfriend is off of school and she'll be coming over soon, and then obviously Valentine's Day, that's going to take precedent. Precedent? Yeah, that's going to take precedent. So we've got a little bit here before we have to stop. I'm gonna go to at least 20K. Knocking on wood, I'm hoping. Maybe you're my good luck charm today, Rob. Maybe you just are. Oh, okay. Never mind. Did you have a recommendation you were gonna make, or a question you were gonna ask? I only asked because you said never mind. And you know, I will say I'm feeling that we're going to get a shiny. I'm gonna stick to what I've been saying before. If it's gonna be a shiny, I think it's gonna be gold. So with that being said, we've got two options. We've got Caterpie and we've got Pidgey. Either one can be gold, so we've got pretty good chances. Based on our encounters total, you got roughly a 50% chance, because you're 45% on Pidgey and you're 5% on Caterpie. That being said, though, I will, like, I've said it once and I'll say it again, the 5% are coming up much more often. Like, we've only got two 5% on this encounter, but there's been many times where you get 5 or 6 5% encounters per roll. Like, I bet you this one there'll be at least 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3. No, I was seeing if he was on Emerald, since that game has broken RNG and softer setting the normal way won't help with shinies. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's gonna suck when we do end up doing Mew, like the old C-map Mew, as a hunt. Because they're all... A, it's gonna be a game that's not even in my language that I speak. But B... the RNG. How the hell, like, I don't know how long I'm gonna go with that for, but it's gonna be a while. I don't even understand, like, I've seen videos of people, like, for example, the Bald Gamer. I saw him do his old C-map Mew hunt. He did it on a single console, but same thing. He did, it was a Japanese old C-map single hunt, and he just soft reset. Like, I understand... No, I actually don't understand, because if the RNG is broken to the respect that I understand it to be, shouldn't you just never hit a shiny, with that being said? Because you're going to restart the game, and you're going to have the same frames you would have, regardless, every time you start up the game, because the second you turn on the game, the frames start rolling. But if the RNG is broken, and it starts from the same point every time, how are you ever going to generate a shiny if you're only operating between, say, like a 10-second window of when you're going to actually click the encounter and roll the dice on the Pokemon? Because at the end of the day, the odds of you even having a shiny within that 10 seconds are pretty much none. Like, if you ever look, I've never done it myself, so I can't speak from experience, but if you ever look at people who RNG manipulate, like, I know I'm a Blissey is pretty well known for RNG manipulation, but if you look at them doing it, actually, my buddy JamTube01, he also does some RNG manipulation. I digress. If you ever watch RNG manipulation, you'll notice that there are points where it quite literally, like, you'll be waiting like 15 minutes between when you start the game, and you just have to sit there and wait until finally the timer gets close to the point you need to be at for the shiny, and then you try then. It's, I mean, it's just, with that being said, it seems super unlikely to me that you would hit a shiny at all in Emerald with broken RNG on a soft reset hunt. But what baffles me further is it's doable and it's been done. So that leads me to the question, do you just, like, leave the game on for an extra, like, 10 minutes, save, and then start again once you've done a bunch of hunts or a bunch of resets? I don't know. Man, that shiny Ralts is gonna be so brutal. Oh, why'd you have to bring that up? No, that shiny Ralts is gonna suck. Another one that's gonna suck is C-Dot. C-Dot's really gonna suck. If you ever, I don't know if you've ever watched, there's a streamer on YouTube, his name is 40Cakes, and he has a bot. It's a 24/7 bot that hunts shinies. It's in Emerald, and it literally just, it sits on a space and it just re-rolls every time, always looking for a shiny. It's been doing it for over a year, and it is still on the first route. And the only reason it's on the first route is because for the shiny living dex, you need C-Dot. The problem? I'll let you know. The C-Dot that you get on that route is like, I forget if it's a 5% or a 1% encounter, but he's done like, I think it's like over 2 million encounters at this point, and he only ever got one. He got one C-Dot, and he's got like 20 of the rest of them. If not more, probably. It's probably way more than that. So yeah, that hunt's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. Have you thought of also trying... Oh, excuse me. Have you thought of also trying to breed shinies? I would like to, yes. And I'm going to. I forget, there's actually one... There's one way to breed shinies that's really, really interesting. Or I guess breed 4 shinies. And I think I'm gonna do it. So, what it is if you're lucky enough to have... Oh, Fox Creek. If you are lucky enough to have a copy of Pokemon Box, which I just so happen to be, you can take a mass amount of eggs, and you can get them, you can walk them, like pre-walk them, all the way to the point of where they are just about to hatch, like where it says, it's gonna hatch soon, right, in the description. And then from there... Oh, no way, no way, no way. Okay, awesome. You might be wondering why I did this. I just want to reset here. Okay. That's good. That's better. Oh, why do I always pause and then I lose my train of thought? Damn it. Okay, so you pre-walk the eggs, right? And then once you get them to the point where they're just about to hatch, you can take them and you can move them all into Pokemon Box. Now the convenient thing about this is Pokemon Box is a mass storage device. So you can transfer, I believe it's somewhere up to, I want to say 100 Pokemon at once. So you can load it up and you can put all those eggs in one move into into Box, right? And I guess the first thing you're going to do is before you put them into Box, you're going to go through and you're going to hatch every single one on the save they came from. If you do that and none of them are shiny, that is where you put them into Box, and then you have the option to move them into every other save file that you have. Every time you take those Pokemon and you move them to a new save file, what happens is it regenerates the numbers that determine what the Pokemon is, and it has another chance to be shiny. So if you can take like 10 boxes of eggs, and you can pre-walk them, or I guess you can try to you pre-walk them, you save, you hatch them, see if they're shiny. As long as you have a bunch of games, you can basically roll that over and over. So, for example, I have between Ruby, Sapphire, FireRed, LeafGreen, and Emerald doesn't count because Emerald doesn't work with Pokemon Box, fun fact. So if I take all those together, I have 32 different games, right? So I can take that 10 boxes of eggs, and it might not be shiny in the first game, it might not be shiny in the second, it might not be shiny in the third, but I have 32 tries to see if any of those eggs are shiny before I have to walk them again. It's a really, really interesting process. I mean, you take 10 boxes and I don't know how many Pokemon are in 10, well, 300, actually. Yeah, so you take 300 Pokemon and then you multiply by 32. So then you're like, I don't know what the number is, but you have a lot more odds of encountering a shiny without having to do a ton more labor for hunts. Now that being said, I should digress and respond to what you're saying there. Pretty much if you always start on seed 0 of your trainer ID and secret ID in Pokemon Emerald, and that will determine every encounter you'll ever get. Normally you're supposed to get a random seed. So by soft resetting and mashing A, you'll only be hitting the same couple of mons. To fix this, you have to wait longer than your last encounter. This is because RNG only advances 60 times per second. The glitch is only an emerald, so every other game, soft resetting, it'll pick a random seed and you'll be fine. Yeah, so that is kind of what I was thinking then. You, at the end of the day, you can't really change what's there. You're just hoping that within those little bits of frames there, that there's a shiny. So you really could sit there and reset for forever, theoretically speaking. That's a terrifying idea. That makes it really scared to hunt, or it makes it really scary to hunt Mew. Now that I think about it that way. That's gonna be something else. But I'll have a fun time. I think it's gonna be nice hunting Mew. It's all gonna be worth it when that blue one runs across the screen. A blue Mew, man? I don't know, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier with the AGS 101s. Like, they kind of did well with everything. They had a Pearl Blue 101 that was awesome, and they had the pink. I don't remember what kind of pink, so my apologies, but then they had a pink 101, which was impeccable. They basically did the same thing with Mew. They had a pink Mew, which was sick. And then they're like, hey, how can we make this 10 times more kick-ass? And then they did. I don't know. That was a good job done on their part. Their part. It'll be hell, but it'll make it all the more worth it when you finally do get it. I totally agree. Patience is a virtue. At the end of the day, once it's done, it will be done. That'll be it. As long as they don't fail it. And then you just have the memories of the hunt to look back on, so that's why it's important to savor every shiny hunt you do. Because at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, it might be annoying at the time, but you might never get to do it again, and then when you're doing another hunt, you'll be like, ah, shit. I miss hunting the starters, or something like that, right? I suppose maybe I shouldn't have hunted all 9 starters when I started this, but it just made more sense that way. I did not want to breed the rest of them. Cassidy says, "Happy Valentine's Day to you, bud." Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And let her know from McKenna and I, we wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day as well. And let her know that I feel for her having to work for another few hours. That sucks. Praying for her. But yeah, like Mew is literally like a top tier shiny. So that being that the RNG really sucks, that's one thing, but it's one of the few Pokemon where it's going to be worth it because it's quite simply just sick. Oh, that's 20k flat, guys. If it's not a shiny here, then I'm going to quit shiny hunting forever. Alright, peace out. Have a good day, guys. Alright. Well, I got bored, so I'm back. Couldn't find anything to do. Okay, well, 20,000 in, we still haven't gotten one. That's crazy. I've never had a hunt go to 20k. Now I'm really scared to see what's gonna happen, because, like... Well, I don't know. I don't have a cause and effect, but I'm scared. 20,000 is a lot. Imagine if this whole route goes 20,000 each. We're gonna be here for, like, literally 70 hours. Man, we might actually make it to my guess of 23,450. You know, it's sad because that's really not a far off reality at all. Because if you look, we do about 2,000 an hour, 2,000 to 2,200, so call it 2,000 an hour. In an hour and a half, we will be at your guess. Granted, I'm not going to be live for that long today, because it is Valentine's Day, and I do have a dinner to make with my girlfriend, but, yeah, we're, like, just tickling on your guess, so, like you said, not a good start to the route, no. But maybe this is a good thing, maybe, because, you know what I like to think, I know it's RNG, but at the end of the day, I like to consider the fact that when I have my game is running and I'm doing all of these soft reset hunts, that at some point, I guess it's not at some point, I just like to consider the fact that, and it's not a real thing really, it's kind of just my wishful thinking. When you've done like 20,000 encounters on 16 games, I like to consider them like all dry, which basically tells me that I like to think they're like due for a shiny soon. So if that theoretically were the case and was real, which it's not, unfortunately, then that means after this hunt we'd have a ton of shinies coming soon, but that's not the case. I do want to check real quick and see if we have Pokerus, though. I just thought of that. That's Gen 3 for you, right? I should have known what I was getting into. Yeah, no Pokerus yet. That's, I mean, that's not shocking. We're definitely gonna get it, though, at some point. I don't know when, but I've gotten, actually, in my Ho index, I've gotten Pokerus like 3 times naturally. And I haven't even done that many random encounter hunts. I just, my copies are really lucky for some reason. Yeah, that is Gen 3 though, like you said. I just can't believe we haven't seen a frickin' anything yet. Not a single thing. Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said that. We've seen a lot of things, just no sparkly things. I got Pokerus 3 times if I remember correctly. The most painful time was when I was shiny hunting Yamask and got Pokerus before it, and I was doing Masuda method. You can get Pokerus from the Masuda method? What? Like, you can hatch a Pokemon with Pokerus? I had a debate about this in a stream, like, I want to say a few weeks ago. And I was wondering about that, and I ended up determining, granted, I could still be misunderstanding you, but I ended up determining that I didn't think that was a possibility. If that's the case, then that's sick. I feel like that's a much rarer thing than maybe even you realize. Oh, it was from a random encounter I did while I was hunting. I was gonna say, that seems pretty crazy. But that makes sense. Shit, I was gonna say something to that. Oh, that's right. So, when I was doing my Gen 3 hunts, I literally, on 2 separate games, I had files that I had done like 2,000 encounters on. And on, was it 2 separate ones? I don't recall the exact number, but it was like way under odds multiple times that I got Pokerus. Like way under shiny odds that I just would get Pokerus and no shiny. And when I was a kid too, there was twice I got Pokerus. I was sitting there and I was with my buddy and we were playing and I went to heal my Pokemon. And all of a sudden Nurse Joy, she's like, yo, what the hell did you just put on the table, man? And I'm like, I don't know, a Pikachu? Like, what you mean? My Pikachu is in the ball. Can you heal it? And she's like, well, yeah, but it's got this super rare disease that makes it get strong quick. And I'm like, my game's broken. And then I did research on Pokerus, and I'm like, oh, crazy. I got a rare thing. Little did I realize, I had gotten something that was literally 3 times harder to get than a shiny. Yet I hadn't encountered a shiny at all. Like, ever. Well, no, that's not true. I don't like talking about those, though. There was one that I ended up failing in Pokemon Silver in, like, 2008. I'm not angry about that because I would have lost it anyway due to the save corrupting. Well, actually not corrupting, the save battery died. And then I hate talking about it, but I got a shiny starter when I was a kid. I think it was Gen 4, and I was stupid. I didn't save the game. I reset it to see if it would... It sounds like a bullshit story. Because it's like one of those where people talk about it being a possibility and then it never... I don't know, I'm ranting. But to answer your question, Jack of Spades, my first shiny was a Venonat. That's the one I failed in Pokemon Silver. It was just in one of the like the tall grass areas in Silver. But yeah, it was a shiny Venonat. And I had like 3 Pokeballs on me. And yeah, couldn't catch it. I didn't want to weaken it because I didn't want to kill it, and then I ran out of balls, so I don't remember if I killed it or ran after that, but I lost it anyway. But it's I like to think that's a huge part of why I'm here today, honestly. Like, I generally... Yeah, I don't know. I generally like to attribute that to why I shiny hunt today. Because I failed that one, and then I was really sad that yeah, really sad I couldn't get it, but like I said, I'm not angry at it, because it was Pokemon Silver. It was 2008. I did not have the ability to solder at the age of 8 years old. I didn't know that the battery would die and I'd lose my save at some point. I didn't have the money to get the only thing available at the time, which was a mega memory card. It was a third-party device to save saves. I would have lost it no matter what, guaranteed. I would not have gotten the shiny. Oh, luck. Oh, Cora, you got me so bad that time. Worst part is, I was looking at a Pidgey that I thought might have been shiny. Oh! God. I think that's the first time you've gotten me, like, really bad with that. Welcome to the stream, Cora. Hope you're having a great day. What are you up to today? My heart's still going. You bastard. Oh. Oh, you really got me. Is that... Totodile, is that fax? Is that what you put there? Is that a fax machine? Oh no, that's a cat in a box. That's a cat in a box, isn't it? My eyes really can't see that too well, but... that's funny, they deleted it from the chat automatically because you swore. I'm going to bed, I just got here, but I couldn't miss a chance to fuck with you. Yeah, that's fair. I totally get that. I would do that too if I were you. If I were you, I'd fuck with me. Again! Number 12 got outsped by another Rattata. This happens every few thousand. So if anyone is wondering and you haven't been here before, our number 12 Charmander is shit. And I mean, I guess that's a blank statement, or a blatant statement. It's not. No, it is level 8, so it's a lower level. No, it's still ass. I don't care. I haven't looked at its stats, but it's ass. 31 IV rats. Literally, like, I've encountered in the 20,000 resets we've done, or encounters, I should say, I've encountered 3 Rattatas that outsped my Charmander. 3. So I want to look into the base stats and see, like, what caused that. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, Jack of Spades, it's got to be a negative speed nature and bad IVs. Because just a negative speed nature at level 8 versus like level 3 shouldn't do that, no matter how fast a Rattata is. And I don't think just bad IVs would do it without a negative nature as well. Um, 1,268 individual encounters on each console. You know, when you put it like that, that's really not a lot. Damn, number 9 being darker than the rest bothers you. I'm surprised that's what bothers you. To me, it's number 13 being brighter than the rest. Those are the only 2 that are different. But, I digress. I've said that way too many times this stream. Anyway, I'm going to replace those 2. It's the AV to HDMI converter that causes that. They're just old and worn out, so I'm gonna change them out. And eventually it'll look better. Shiny Rattata, hey? What led you to that statement? We're trying to manifest that, hey? That's what I'll say. Oh, my roommates are cooking. You know, I did tell them I was gonna cook at 8, so that's interesting. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, I wasn't expecting the Pidgey thing to work. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe you weren't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it either. And then all of a sudden that happens. Oh. So that's shown me it's always worth a shot. Well, see, here's the thing. When you catch me at a 20k drought, I think I'm just looking for a reason to think there's a shiny on the screen. This is quite literally, I guess you weren't here when I said it before, but this is quite literally the longest hunt I've ever had out of anything at all. I've never had a longer hunt. I guess if you want to be technical, then like on quad console I have, because as you said, it's like 1,200 resets per individual game, which isn't very much. Like I double hunted Kyogre, and Kyogre took 9,000, so that was 4,500 individually, which puts it into perspective, right? I mean, I could go 4 times this, so we could go to 80,000, and that would be equivalent to that hunt I did. So it's I guess it's all about perspective. Wait until you're in the Safari Zone. I'm gonna yell shiny constantly. You're gonna yell it? Yell it from the tips of my fingers. And you're going to be in there forever. See, the one thing is... No, you're right. I am going to be there forever. I'm not going to hold myself to staying in there until we get the stuff in the Safari Zone. Like, the Safari Zone is going to be more of a fun area for us. But with that being said, as much as it's going to be a fun area, I still am going to push some hunts, like the shiny Chansey. I'm going to... Oh, jeez. The shiny Chansey, I'm going to stick on for a while. I think that's going to take a couple 100,000, but... Yeah, poor Sonics, hey? That guy just can't catch a break. I wonder how many consoles he has to hunt on, because sometimes he's on 4, sometimes he's on 1, but his hunts happen way too quick. I feel like he's rather got way too much time on his hands, and maybe he makes enough money that he doesn't have to work. And he does all of his shiny hunting like in his spare time regularly. Or that dude puts in mad work. He's awesome though. I've been watching Sonics for years. He's like my favorite shiny YouTuber. There's a couple other ones, but Sonics is my favorite. He's just the most like genuine and chill. Now I didn't respond to what you said there. Stop judging me. I'm a mute, damn it. I don't yell anything. Now, I meant to ask you, because you said that once before, and I can never tell, because you usually are sarcastic all the time. Are you genuinely mute, or is that just a joke because you're through the chat? I gotta know how to navigate that. Yep. You betcha. I really want a shiny Safari Dratini or Dragonair and a Safari Ball. That would be cool. What's the catch rate on those, though? I feel like it's probably pretty damn low? Is that how catch rates are measured? That man has way too much patience and free time, I swear. That's what I mean. Like, he literally... I don't know. He has way too many crazy shinies that he definitely shouldn't have been able to get. Especially with the amount of consoles he runs, so I commend him. It's impressive shit. Yes, okay, good to know. Good to know. Just wanted to make sure, because oftentimes you just say shit to say it. So, just had to be certain. Too damn low. I used to spend hours fishing just to catch one for my team, let alone a shiny. Yeah, and I mean, it's all fun and games until you run into one and you think you got it and then you lose it. Yeah, with that being said, we've done 5K encounters since we started here, and I have a Valentine's Day dinner to make. So I'm gonna do, holy shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Weedles in one roll. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's crazy. That's not likely at all. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here right away, in a couple more resets, and I'm gonna go get that done because, well, duty calls. But that being said, we'll be next hunt will be this weekend. I'm busy tomorrow. I'm busy Friday, but Saturday I think we'll do a hunt, and we'll continue to try to claim whatever the hell is gonna pop up, if anything. I don't know. I'm kind of convinced at this point it's just not gonna happen. But I'm not strong enough for a Safari Shiny. Honestly, I thought the same thing with myself, and I guess that's kind of a silly statement given the fact that I haven't done that hunt yet. But I feel like now that I got 16 consoles, I kind of gotta just do it and deal with the fact that you lose shinies sometimes. It is what it is. I'm not strong enough. Yeah, I just read that one. I'm less worried about Dragonair or Dratini running away and more worried about finding a shiny Dratini. Well, that's what I mean. Once you find one, then it's gonna... Why? Why? Take him from the back, then. But yeah, that sucks when you get like the ultra rares. And then I say that like I have experience in that field. I don't. But ah, shit, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, that would just be whack. That wouldn't be fun. But I'm gonna put myself through it, so you guys get to watch that. That'll be fun for you. I'm running behind on the chat here. What am I missing now? Finding a shiny Sea King or Psyduck. That'd be sick, honestly. Shiny Psyduck is OP. No, I'm busy Saturday. Well, I'm sorry. We, I mean, we'll be live for a while, so if you have any free time there, you can pop in. I'll try my best not to get a shiny then, so you can be there for the next one if that's the case. But I'll probably be live Sunday too. I usually am live Saturday and Sunday, but it's not always the case. Imagine having 20 consoles. It would be nice, but 20 consoles just I can't make that look nice in the layout. If I do anything, it has to be 24. So I can add another layer. Like a whole nother row. I can't just pop 4 screens in the middle, it would look like shit. Bet those Safari Shinies would show up quicker. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I'd also have to spend more money, and I think I've spent way too much money on this habit already. GBC going together. Oh, heck yeah. That's your brother's one, right? Because yours is the advance that you're doing the I'm forgetting the name of the game right now, but you know, I know what you mean. If I'm dealing with that awful fishing mechanic and I get a shiny Sea King, I might cry harder than if I had to watch Dragonair run away. I mean, the fishing mechanics are just kind of trash to begin with, so yeah, you're right. Doing shiny Feebas like that was horrid. On quad console, that was already bad enough, but I don't think you can do any more than 4 unless you grow another hand. Which I don't see that happening in the near future. Call me crass. Nice, stream's still going. It is, yes, but I hate to damper on your parade. I am gonna sign off here in just a minute or two here. Duty calls. I have to make dinner with the girlfriend. I need the salmon. Are they cooking up there right now? Oh, they must have done it quick, because I can smell food. I know, but that doesn't... That's... I don't know. That doesn't mean anything usually. That doesn't mean anything usually. I think I spent too much money already. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of is hate speech, eh? It's Pokemon. Might as well just drain my wallet. Who needs a savings account? Who needs a house? Who needs to retire? As long as I have shinies and enough money to pay the utility bill. Otherwise, I can't really use the setup I have. How dare I? But yeah, sorry about that, Braden. I would love to stay live for longer, but unfortunately that's just not in the cards today. That said, though, now that I have the... Actually, that's irrelevant. Disregard my tangent there. 24 consoles could be what sets you apart and makes you the next Sonic. I mean, it could be. You're not wrong. But I think one of the best parts about Sonics as a YouTuber is that he's likable. He's just a genuinely really likable. He's likable, kind, and genuine. He doesn't ham shit up. He doesn't try to make anything overcomplicated or fancier than they need to be. He just I don't know. You can tell he's really passionate about what he does. I think I understand the sarcasm entailed in your statement, but I definitely think that for me, yeah, Sonics does like a lot of crazy shit in his spare time, but I think it's his personality that really drives his channel home. Just saying. Back with the sass again. All's good, I'm making food myself. Heck yeah, what are you making, man? Post-workout, we gotta get that protein in, right? 20,800. Okay. Given the fact that it's literally only going to take a couple more minutes, I'm gonna run to 21k. Just because stopping at an uneven 1,000 kind of bothers me. So you get me for a little bit longer. Maybe 5 minutes. But yeah, no, Cora, back to what you were saying. I've been toying with the idea. I would like to get another 8 consoles eventually, but that means 8 more games, and then that gets thrown off by the fact that I've already done a playthrough with 16, or I'm at least partway into that playthrough, so then how do I catch up, right? I don't know. It just doesn't compute for me. I might do that for Hoenn, but then it's kind of cheating too, because that's just another part of the Gen 3 decks. Why wouldn't I keep the 16 constant, right? It's something to think about, that's for sure. Just a lot of shit that goes into it, like especially 2 more multi-viewers, 2 more capture cards. I don't know where the hell I'd plug them in because I don't have enough room for capture cards anymore. I genuinely would need a second, well, I was going to say I would genuinely need a second PC, but I have a second PC, so that's not an issue. I don't know. I just think I've I've done what I need to do. 16 was always the goal. We made it. Clutch, make it some nachos. Heck yeah, that's like my staple meal. If I'm feeling lazy and I want some food that's delicious, I will rip open a bag, pour the whole damn thing, and throw some cheese on it, throw some scallions on it, throw some beans on it, and that's dinner. Eat the whole damn thing to myself in one sitting. Sometimes I'll save a little bit for work the next day, but that's generally because I'm like, okay, it's very late. I have to go to bed in like 20 minutes, and I'm gonna have stomach problems if I actually finish this tomorrow, plus I'd like to have a lunch for work. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. They're not quite easy enough to not mess up. So east. Well, it could be west, too. No, that's fair. The one very important thing is, though, like, when you are throwing your nachos in the oven, well, I learned this the hard way years ago. Ooh, 77776. That's as close as we're gonna get to all 7s. Anyway, what I was saying is, you really gotta set the oven, like, super low. Like, I generally won't heat it past 300 degrees, because you throw them in for, like, 3 minutes, and that is quite literally enough. It melts the cheese, gets the chips a little hot, and call her good. But yeah, to anybody tuning in right now, just so you know, we are going to end off stream here, and it's going to say about 2 minutes is where we'll be at 21k. So I guess I'll just take this moment to thank everybody who's stopped by in the stream, chatted, liked, whatever the case may be. Your presence is very much welcomed and appreciated. Yeah, I'll create a more stable schedule here for the next week, and you guys can actually have a set time where you can tune in and you know, set some time aside, or at least be prepared to know when I'm going to go on, because I put notice into the Discord like 20 minutes before I do it, and that's a really shitty habit. But anyway, I appreciate everybody who has showed up and spent their time to hang out and chat, or just watch, or whatever it may be. But yeah, we'll be back Saturday afternoon, most likely. I'm gonna say, yeah, probably Saturday midday. We'll do a live for like 3-4 hours. Hopefully we'll get something, but at this point, I think we're just doomed. We'll go like 60k. I'd believe it. Shiny Weedle. Yeah, you wish. I like how I say that. No, you don't. I do. I think the whole point of you saying it is the fact that you don't wish I got one. The chase for you is the exasperation in my heart. Alright guys, this is the last encounter here. So let's see, did we get anything? Yeah. Same shit, different pile. Alright, well, that's that. We're gonna take our elastic off the stick so we don't accidentally run another encounter after this. Not resetting over anything. Yeah, we good. Nice. 21k. Okay, well, we'll save up here, and that's gonna be me, guys. Putting about 12 hours on each save file. Nice. It's not bad. Do you catch your shiny Pokemon in specific balls? I like Premier Balls, personally. I like Premier Balls. If I'm doing a Legendary, then I will do a Premier Ball if I can, or if... I mean, I'm at the point in the game where I don't have enough money to really get Premier Balls. But yeah, I prefer Premier. Other than that, I like Pokeballs or something to match the sprite. I don't know, it kind of depends on the case, but Premier Balls are top tier. I think they're pretty awesome. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, until next time, guys, I appreciate you all stopping by. And, yeah, you'll see me soon. Have a good night.